Wow. Wow. I was gonna play a song. I had so many cool things planned for you guys. Look at all these thumbs downs. All right, forget it. Jesus. This is gonna be a long 6 months. Holy shit. Life changes, you know? I'm still here though. I'm still here. I don't give a fuck. You guys can take that thumb. I'll tell you where to put it. Hold on. Voodoo, what's up, baby?
I didn't even know what I was putting my thumbs down for. I just came in and I seen all the thumbs down, so I'm with you. What's up?
Oh, the human condition. Oh, everybody else is doing it. Here we go. Here we go. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Exactly.
I hope everybody's feeling better this morning. Things are looking up. Things are looking up. And we've all been swapping True USD for Crow for like 24 hours straight.
Yeah, get rid of that stuff. It's not looking
They
good.
are running out of that shit. I swear to God, they have like $6,000 left of True USD in reserves. Um, get it while it's hot. Text, no school again.
I know my wife's kind of upset because it's like, why can't they have school? It's
All the
like,
wives are upset, buddy. Don't
no,
worry
but here's
about
the
it.
thing. My son goes to a different school than my school district. So I teach, I have to drive a little bit, but my son has to go to school and I don't.
That's rough. How's he feel about that?
Oh, he's pissed. He's pissed.
Poor kids.
Because this is connected to Thanksgiving break. So this is like, everyone else had to, eat the frog, but now like I'm still
Eat the frog. Bro, I was thinking like this is gonna carry over into summer, right? Like his school is gonna have to go. You're gonna have different amounts of days.
No, it doesn't work like that. There's like 2 days a year that the school districts are allowed to like for emergencies and such.
Oh, they got a cushion. That's good. Well, it's a Tuesday, and I thought we could look at the charts to start, which we never do, because this morning, some things are up and some things aren't. ETH is back to where it was, 1220, back over 1200, and Cosmos is back over $10, $10.35. So I would love to hear where people think this market is going. I can't call it, but I want to make some money. I don't want to lose any. Fucking ApeCoin is at $4.20 again. How is that possible? How is it that ApeCoin can be the same price it was yesterday, except it says it's up 7%? That don't make no sense. Wasn't it 420 yesterday? Oh
Absolutely,
shit.
yes.
Right? I would never forget something like that. Jimmy's coming up here. I hope the market, the ApeCoin.
Yeah, well, the ape coin, if you look at Dapper Radar and Dune Analytics, which I would guess you rarely do, most of the buys from ape coin come from wallets, according to Dune Analytics, from ETH whales. So ETH whales, what they did was they brought ETH back up, took some profits along the way because they're able to short a lot of the market before, and that's why some of these other altcoins got absolutely annihilated. And they just switched their alts into their main alts, which of course are Sheeb and ApeCoin. You can make fun of these things, but like just look at who owns ApeCoin and Sheep. It's just entirely ETH whales. The average wallet owns 2 or 3% of the supply. It's quite pathetic, but the fact is that these whales create huge projects, have huge amounts of money, and they get this marketing power behind it. So, they're just going to push people to buy ApeCoin later on, and they're going to dump it on them. They're very smart. They're the best whales out there. They never gone bankrupt, not like FTX.
Well, you hit all your points there, Jimmy.
Of course, I hit my points. I'm Jimmy the Otter.
That's also true. I don't make fun of ApeCoin. I don't make fun of
No, the
Shiba.
Cosmos thing is slightly different. I don't think if you look at Dune, ETH whales don't have much Cosmos. I'm not sure what's going on there.
Yeah, but neither does Kronos. Like Kronos, 1% of the wallets on Kronos hold Atom, and I think that's a shame. I think everybody should be holding Atom.
I'll come in and say that Cosmos whales are Cosmos whales. They've owned that thing for 5 years now, and I'm sure they've accumulated a lot of money from other places. I'm not sure exactly how, but these people are very fanatical, and whenever they have an opportunity to buy more Cosmos for a cheap price, which is, by the way, the price of Cosmos is below the price it was in late 2020. So, considering all the different stuff going on in Cosmos, and it is an inflationary token, meaning that if you stake, you get 7%, if I'm not mistaken. Look at the Cosmos votes. The Cosmos Foundation basically keeps on losing because they're whales. This is kind of a problem when you have too many whales, by the way. Their whales just vote against them. There's a Cosmos 2.0. You heard about that one? Cosmos 2.0? The
Yeah, that's been
proposal?
a little rough.
That was rough, and the court team got pretty much annihilated. I think the vote no was 60% against. That's pretty bad.
Well, for people that don't know about Cosmos,
I'll tell them how Cosmos works. Originally,
go ahead, Jimmy.
it was
Take it
originally
easy.
a project of an open source kind of mentality like Bitcoin. So the Bitcoin core project, most of the devs actually have never met each other in real life, even to this day. Good people. So when Hal Finney died, people who had never met Hal Finney, who was like one of the founders of the Bitcoin core, wished him well and asked if his wife needed any money or things like that. Cosmos came along the same kind of idea. And then the difference between Bitcoin and Cosmos was no one forked Bitcoin. Everyone began forking Cosmos. Why? Because Cosmos's SDK is a pretty straightforward thing. And in 2017, every scammer started just forking things, copying the Cosmos white paper, or putting the ETH white paper on, but forking Cosmos and saying it was unique. And they got money, like, for example, Tron. For example, yes, CZ. Just type in Binance Cosmos SDK, and you'll see in the About Us page from BNB, thank you, Cosmos. We appreciate it. That's what they say. That even to this day, it's still up there. So these scammers, this is 2017-18, by the way. So CZ was not rich. CZ was not famous. He hadn't even created Binance the exchange yet, but he had the chain. He had the chain, and they were all forking it. But Cosmos, the token, wasn't getting any price action, wasn't getting any love. And then what came around was, the bull run. And all these different chains were forking Cosmos, but then saying they're Cosmos chains. Evmos.
Wait, which bull run are you talking about? 2018?
2019. 2020.
2019, yeah.
It was like a mini bull run. You have to take it from the perspective of Bitcoin went up to $12,000 from $3,000. It's not bad, right? I mean, it was okay. This is before, it wasn't that bad. Anyway, there was no sense of recession at the time. But yeah, all these different Cosmos chains, like Secret, like Osmosis, like Kujira, like Akash, like Juno, were all coming online announcing they were building on Cosmos. So actually, there's a lot more dev activity on Cosmos than there was anywhere else. So naturally, people started buying the Atom token. Now, you didn't need the Atom token to build any of this stuff. Again, it's fully open source. But by 2020, most of the Cosmos core devs were so fucking rich, they started retiring. So suddenly the SDK wasn't really updated that much. And then you had a new cohort of Cosmos developers who were using the fact that they're working at Cosmos to say they were building Cosmos and then announce that they were launching another chain on Cosmos. And then the money started rolling in. 2021 comes around, huge bull market. All these ex-Cosmos core devs on their resume say that they're building this new chain, right? Or a DeFi project, whatever it is. Or layer one even sometimes. Like Thorchain. Thorchain almost entirely ex-Cosmos devs. Which, by the way, isn't necessarily a bad thing. Thorchain is actually a really good project. That's an example. It's hard to imagine a project like Thorchain getting the money that they got if it weren't ex-Cosmos devs. And they
Now,
got a
are you
lot of
saying
money.
that all of these blockchains that forked and popped up during
Yeah.
the bull market, that they're all cash grabs and scams? Or I mean, it can't possibly be the
You
way
don't
that
think
you're
that Tron was
describing.
started as a scam, but became useful because B&B's fees became so high? You know that. You don't disagree with that, do you?
Well, BNB the token got so expensive. I mean, if
Yeah.
Crow
Well, it
cost what
became
BNB cost,
14,000
we'd have
x
the
higher.
same problem,
What?
right? If Crow was the price of BNB, we'd have the same problem.
Well, but Crow isn't B&B, and
No, but they're incredibly similar. We talk about this all the time,
very
Jimmy.
similar, yes. But I think the Binance marketing power. Binance has CZ said they have 20,000 employees now working in marketing alone. It's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people. It's about 50 times more people than
Man,
FTX had
is it
working
me?
for them.
Wi-Fi
What?
maybe?
Yeah, your Wi-Fi is shit.
Okay, yeah.
I
Sorry,
can't even
yeah.
hear you anymore.
I mean, I've met Binance people
Yeah, he's out of here.
in the country,
Um,
and
we do appreciate you though, Jimmy. Despite
I
what
appreciate
anyone
myself.
might say
I appreciate myself.
on Twitter,
I've never said anything
we
against anyone.
no, I'm
Texas,
not
go
talking
ahead.
about
You're
you,
allowed to
Texas.
ask me only one question.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's the last straw, buddy. Nobody calls on anybody but me. Tex, what's up?
A couple pinned tweets up top. Eric Node announcing that the Ledger will be Ledger Live will be accessible on the Kronos chain. Some good news about the founder of Jim
Let's
Kong's.
go Texas. All right,
Yes.
wait. The second
All right.
one, the second one I'd like to do first. Yeah.
Okay, let's do the second one
Very
first.
happy to hear that Nathan is back. We got nothing but love and appreciation for that guy.
Yeah.
So
So with HIPAA, you're not really allowed to tell about other people's like medical stuff. We've already talked about this yesterday, but like finally the cat's out of the bag. So like the funds are safe. Jim Kongs will live. 2023 we will circle back and figure out what we're gonna do. But remember your health and having a contingency plan. Everyone says it's not keep your stuff off centralized exchanges. Well, crypto.com, if you have the private, icy white, if you die, your next of kin will get your assets. Tell me
wait
that
a second.
works. Tell
You're
me that
telling me
works.
that Nathan's got all of his money on crypto.com's exchange?
No, that's not what I said.
Okay, thank you.
I said that if you don't have a plan and can teach your significant other or child how to access your cryptos, how to sell your liquidity pools, how to sell your NFTs, how to use 2FA and confirmation on multiple emails, because sometimes you have to have an email password. If you don't have a plan, this generational wealth that you think you're building is going to get burnt and sit idle.
And
So
before we go to the next subject, don't you think that it would be better to teach everybody and their children to keep it DeFi and not rely on CDC and the icy white card to take care of your family when you die?
I have never died, so I don't know.
I know, me neither. But like, I write my seed phrases down, and my kids and my wife know where they are. And to
Okay,
me, that's safety and security.
but what about your email password?
They unfortunately know all my passwords.
Okay, good. So you do have kind of like the steps, but you know, I was actually thinking like, what if there was one step you forgot to like, like they don't have the confirmation code from an email, or they don't know the password. I mean, any hiccup and all that generational wealth is gone. So that's the topic that I was like, that led from this. I don't want to, learn from other people's mistakes is better than learning from your own mistakes. And this isn't a mistake, but experience.
I'm with you, man. And before Voodoo goes, I do want to say that first piece of news is huge, bro. Huge. So for
Yes.
people in the back that didn't hear it the first time, Ledger is now supporting the Kronos blockchain. That's big.
That's actually what I was going to talk about because
Talk it, baby. I've been saying
Jessica,
a long time we've been waiting for this, man.
just to clear that up, what that means exactly, like ledgers have always been compatible with Chronos, but you have to do it through MetaMask, correct? Right? So if you own a Ledger Nano X, which is the Bluetooth Ledger product, you can use it on a mobile device on your phone, but you can only communicate with blockchains that are installed within the application. Crypto.org is installed, Ethereum, and all the other blockchains. Unfortunately, Chronos was not. So what this means is I can keep um, my NFTs and my crypto on my ledger and have access to transact and use my ledger with my iPhone or my Android, whatever mobile device you want to use it with. That's what the biggest change is now. You don't have to have it because as of right now, I can only access my Chronos assets through my computer with my ledger, which
And
is a
through
Nano S.
MetaMask, who
And
changed a
through
lot of things last week,
yeah,
including locking your RPCs and making some type of legal change where now they are tracking your IP address through their default RPCs. And we don't like that. We're very much not cool with that.
you just reminded me to make sure my VPN is turned on. Thank
I
you.
am getting a VPN and I'm getting a ledger because
Pay for
Listen,
that
these are the
VPN.
two things I was
one
waiting for to happen.
$100 with Norton. It's $100 a year. You get the Norton with LifeLock, so protects your credit up to $1 million, and
We
you
got to
get the
trust
Norton
Norton,
Suite.
right? Norton's been around since I was in high school.
It's probably the most like comprehensive security software out there. So it comes with a VPN, password manager, antivirus, the whole works for like $100 a year.
Yep. We all got to do it. Safety, security, longevity, sustainability. Joey, what's up?
Yo, what's up, guys? I put it up top, man, but I saw a CDC partner. I know they already partnered with Visa in Singapore. But also, they partnered up for the FIFA. So they got some advertisements going or something. Visa and Crypto.com. And I like reading between the lines. If they have the transactions or whatever, and Visa gives them the rights in Singapore, maybe it's just one more step in the right direction for other countries and whatnot. So, interesting.
A lot of interesting news today. You say you put it up top?
I think I did, yeah.
All right, no
Yep,
worries.
all the way to the left.
But it talks about the partnership with the NFTs and the NFT collection that they made on crypto.com, which is great.
Oh, the Visa ones from a couple weeks ago?
I haven't read it, to be honest. I just saw it and saw the partnership and threw it up there. So
Yeah, I forgot about that. That credit card NFT drop that they did. We talked about it ahead of time. Did it mint out? Texas is our CDC NFT
It
expert.
was a like 13 NFT collect Z, I believe, and they did it on auction. It could have been started at 0 and auctioned better, but I think it sold out.
Oh, that's good for CDC and Visa. I'm sure they've
But
been having
it
a
was for
hard time
charity.
like
It was for
everyone else.
charity. It was for charity.
Oh, what charity?
I'm sure a good one. I don't know.
Hopefully not planting trees in Scotland because that became a very hot topic this weekend. More videos came out today. More apologies from the YouTubers. And who knows? Who knows if they'll ever recover from what was it called? Heritage Collection. What happened to Heritage Collection? Jesus Christ. Where'd everybody go? You guys remember Heritage Collection? That just came out of the back of my brain. Nobody? The DNA, the lock your history on the blockchain. You don't remember this? What the fuck happened to that guy? Oh, I gotta write it on the wall. Shit, man. All right. Last night the mint started for the quartermasters for Crow Swap. Anybody get down with that?
I was in that AMA and I was very close to minting, but just something stopped me. I don't know. Maybe I should have.
What stopped you? Like you were come listen to me defend centralized exchanges holding your crypto. Beautiful, Texas. I'll retweet that. Easy's running a Solana space. All right, Hodl. This is interesting to me. So I give you a fucking chimp, and you say I'm going to Easy space to talk about Solana. All right, I got you. I see all you motherfuckers. Oh, I lost Texas. I wasn't looking at the screen. Shane is coming up here. Ooh. What the hell is going on? Shane, good morning. How we doing? Oh, I think my Twitter's fucked up.
I just had to come backing up because I didn't hear one of the speakers.
No, and something's wrong with my Twitter.
I can't hear Shane either.
I can't see anything.
Apple's putting on the kibosh. It's all coming down.
Oh no, come on, Apple. It's just getting good around here. It's just getting good.
Here's the thing is Apple cannot stop Twitter from going to desktops. So Elon doesn't even have to make a new phone. All he has to do is add the requirements on laptops. I mean, why isn't that being considered?
Wait a second. Nobody's gonna use Twitter on the laptop. We all use it on our
Oh
phones.
my god, people would use it on their laptops if they needed to. If it was the only choice.
I mean, if I could get on Twitter Spaces on my laptop.
Exactly.
Possibly.
So this is the way you stop. This is why crypto.com is making their game on, or a lot of people are making their games on laptops and avoiding app stores so they don't have to pay 30% to Tim Cook and Apple. So all you have to do is throw your shit on a computer and then there you go. That's the interface.
You're telling me that's why they're making games on desktop? Isn't it because, like, it's a better gaming experience on a computer?
30%.
It's all about the money. It's always about the money. Yogi, what's up? Oh, Yogi's got a quartermaster. Let's go.
Yeah, man, a couple of them. I got a man and a woman. Pretty nice.
They said it was a cheap mint, so what did it end up being?
Well, I got it on the white list, so I got mine for 225 Crow. But public's 300. That ain't that bad, you know.
300 is like, yeah, it's less than $20.
Yeah, that ain't bad. Pretty neat. And they got raffles every 2,000 minutes. They're giving away 25,000 Crow. And last night they gave one. They gave the first 2,000 one away. And the guy was actually in the space. And dude, that was pretty nice. That dude was excited, bro.
Wait, how much did he win?
25,000 Crow.
Motherfucker won 25,000 Crow in the space last night?
Yeah, well, it's because they hit over 2,000 minutes. So Hank ran the roll for the first 2,000 minute token ID numbers, and
What?
won. And that dude was actually in the space. Oh, I was excited.
Hold on. 25,000
Yeah,
times. What are we at? 7 cents? That's a chunk, bro.
yeah,
That's
it's like
almost $2,000.
$100, something like that.
What? That's $2,000, bro.
Damn.
They just hand out $1,700
Yep.
to a random guy in the space.
Every 2,000 minutes. So now the next one is when they gonna hit 4,000 minutes. They'll do another one.
All right. I'm gonna have to get in on this.
Hell yeah. They got people who's minting 40, 50 in the first 2,000. Y'all stupid. Y'all just.
That's crazy, though. Is that? I mean, like, I can't believe that that's what's actually happening when we have like board candy and there's 10,000 NFTs, but there's less holders than Thunder Token. I don't get it.
Yeah. I
You
was telling
can't
you.
tell me motherfuckers are out here minting fucking 500 NFTs when everybody's broke as shit. Everybody. I'm talking like, oh, chimps are on fire, and everybody's like, I can't afford one. It's like, get the fuck out of here.
We
And
had people that were minting like 50 to 100 at a time.
I'm
Like
saying, man, it's not impossible. It's incredible.
there's money in Chronos. You just have to find the right groups and get their interests.
Bro, I've been here
Degen
for
Apes just minted out
over a
in like
year. Every single day. I've never fucking seen this kind of money. Where is it coming from?
Degen Apes just minted out in like a couple of days. There's
Oh yeah,
money out
Bach's
there.
not happy about that.
yeah, but dude, that shit was
Yeah. Yeah, he is. He's getting the checks. And then when you look at the Chronos cruisers, look how quick that minted out. There
Who?
is money in Chronos. Chronos cruisers?
Oh yeah, no, cruisers, candy, uh what was the other one before that?
World
Fucking
of Cats. It's another one.
yeah, and I just hope that when the rubber meets the road, those people are minting our project, you know? That's all. That's all.
So, guys,
If it's real, it's real.
Bouger here. I want to say one thing about Board Candy. It was strange how the total number of holders dropped, but then I figured out it's because they're staking it in the app, and when you stake it,
Yeah, over 80% of our NFTs are currently in two contracts.
right,
80%.
so it won't show
And
up
that's
on the
not counting the ones that are being used to boost. So you could probably guesstimate about 95 to 96% of our NFTs are sitting inside of our platform.
right. So don't believe the number, the total unique holders count that shows up on Ibisu's Bay or Minty, because that's not the real total count. There's
Yeah,
way more
that's a
candy
great
holders
point.
than that.
That's a really good point because those numbers are different on every NFT marketplace that you go to. Like, people have commented that to me before about Thunder Token on Crocy because it wasn't even registering all the real holders. Like, if you went to Chronoscan, you got a different number. Um, I think that's the only way to look up these statistics is you got to go to the blockchain. You can't be going off any numbers that you pull off of a
Well,
website.
not even because we had the same issue with Brain Dead Monkeys where we're trying to get the whitelist together for Gen 2. And a bunch of the Gen 1s were sitting in Crodex. So normally you would have to go to Crodex and Crodex would give you the wallet addresses. We can look internally and see how many individual, but that information is just not available on the blockchain. We can see that number.
That's
We
interesting,
know
right?
the
It's kind of
yeah.
like it's what the fuck is the word? It's the opposite of what you would think. It's ironic.
I ran into the same problem with the Thunder Crow LP holders. So as soon as we started the farm, all of the holders of the LPs disappeared. So because they all threw their LPs in the farm. So it's the
Right,
same
and this
thing.
is about
Unless you have access to that contract, you're not going to be able to see that.
custody. So I hope we've got enough time here and everybody's on the same page. And we can dial it in for a second because it's actually a very interesting issue. There's only a few things in DeFi that I still don't understand completely. And one of the mysteries to me has been the custody of LP and when you're staking it in reward farms and who's making the actual LP profit from the DEX, because depending on the DEX, you've got a percentage fee, like 0.1 all the way up to 0.25. That's a
Oh, that it goes back to you, bro. The
It
Dex
goes back
doesn't
to
get that.
you, but if you
It
staked
goes
it,
into your LP, like
your
it adds
portion,
to your LP portion. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right? But it's just, it's ethereal. Like you can't measure it. You put it in there and you hope that it's more when you take it out. I don't like stuff like I want to see it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So you want to maintain, let's say, just for example, Crodex's analytics page while you have your LP staked in the farm.
Right. So it would
Gotcha.
be the same kind of situation that we've gone through with NFTs, where people didn't like the custodial aspect of staking, and now you've got even Utes and whatever their other one, Adigods, coming out with non-custodial staking. What was that, yesterday? And we had Solana motherfuckers acting like it was some type of brand new technology.
Come on now, Boomer's been doing that for a minute.
We've been doing that over
Toxic
here.
Skull Club, so many examples of that.
So many. I mean, even the lab, right? The lab did it. NFT Horde, what's up?
What's up, guys? I was just about to say the same thing that it seems to be that the in-wallet staking is really where the mints are flying it right now. That and the low-cost ones. Everything that's really not on a Visa is flying off. Crofam ladies, they minted out 2 collections. I'm modding in Chronos OG. We minted out in about 30 minutes, even with bad coverage. So there's lots of money to be made out there. We're doing pretty good. Just gotta look around.
I feel like I don't hear from all these groups, you know. So
Yeah, you really got to pay attention to your collabs, find good projects, and then see who they're collabing with, and just you got to be on the front page when they mint. But just recently, I've made a lot of money on a lot of these mints.
That's what's up, man. I've got Chronos Women staked for a long time. Is that the same thing, Chronos Women?
No, crofam ladies came out, and they just came out with crofam ladies retro. And so if you bought crofam ladies, there's all types of drops you're going to get from those. They've got VIP coming out next, but they did a 10,000 collection that minted out in 2 days. It was only 38 Cro, but they're up to 50 now, and you're doubling your money. And then if you get the rares too, they're going to be dropping more stuff. And then Chronos OG, what I'm mining for is a great project. We minted out at 100 for whitelist, 100 Cro whitelist, and then 125. Like I said, we minted out in 30 minutes, but our project owner is Docs in the KYC, and he's giving a lot back to the community. That's the main thing. So we're 10% on all future mints if you have one, and then 60% from secondary goes back to you. So it's a pretty impressive.
10% of the revenue.
10% of all future mints goes back
to
OG
right.
holders. Yeah. So we're doing a mint coming up here. Sometime in December, I believe, and so 10% of that mint will go back to OG holders.
Gotcha. So I feel
and it's in wallet staking too, so you don't have to stake anything. You can always make sales. It keeps everything in rotation. That's what I don't like about the staking, because it takes those NFTs out of circulation and you can't make sales. With us, you can. You just whatever you're holding at the time when you claim, you get.
You can stake it and list it at the same time, you're saying?
Right. It's not really staking. It just sits in your wallet. So if you sell it before we inject the royalties, then you're obviously not going to get those royalties. But you hold them until we inject them. Whatever you're holding, you claim, and then you can sell that one that same day. So
I think it's a flex as a project.
Absolutely.
Because if you think about it, the reason a lot of these projects did the staking wasn't just to reward their holders, but to actually take those NFTs off the market to increase the floor price.
Right, but that's not really that great of an idea either, because now that's less sales that you get. So it's good, but it's also a killer too.
Yeah, I'm saying it's a flex. Like it's it shows that you believe in your project.
Oh, absolutely.
You can pay your holders and have them list them at the same time.
Right, and like I said, in the amount of return that you're getting from this is crazy. I've already gotten one of my claims was 200 Cro. The other one was 200. If you look on Twitter, you'll see all the recent screenshots from claiming, and holders are claiming 200 Cro plus easily. Plus, there's a 5-1 5-to-1 airdrop coming up for the next collection. Spoon Warriors is pretty neat. You should check out the previews on our Discord. But again, on that one, you're getting 60% royalties return for that one too. So it's
Yeah, I ended up in the Discord somehow the other day, and some Discord was talking about spoons and this AI drop. It must have been this one.
yeah. Oh, if you see the previews, you're gonna be like, what? I'm at work, so I can't really go back and if I can, I'll try to post something to the top.
Yeah, no,
Um,
that's cool.
but we have an amazing founder who's he just wants to give everything back to the community, help grow Cronus. So,
Who's
and
the guy?
he's actually in here right now. I think he's working though, so he can't come up. Douglas Spoon is his name.
Oh, hell yeah. He's gonna come up in a minute. In
Oh,
fact, he
awesome.
just
Yeah.
DM'd me and said
Doja Line, that's my boy.
he's driving.
Yeah, he's driving, so he has more of the information. I'm like I said, I'm working. I need the stuff in front of me to
That's
give you all
dope,
the.
man. I'm really glad he's coming up because we really do want to hear this from the founders. Like I was just saying, like it almost makes me feel bad when I hear about these projects that are doing so well, and I feel like I lost track of them or never heard of them. That's even more. I want to be involved in some way, shape, or form, even if we're just talking about it in here.
Yeah, there's some really great projects out there with founders who are really committed to the project and committed to the community, or ready to give revenues back for being part of it. That if you're also in degenerated art Discord, that's a great community there. There's multiple projects in there. Dream CQ runs that, along with
There you go, another great guy. Yeah.
yeah, the baby monsters, baby wervins, mushroom minions,
And
kung
this is
fu.
all people want to know, is they want to know who's behind everything.
Right,
You
and
know?
so I'm focusing on founders who are prepared to dox, who are prepared to let me know who they are. I'm really, if you have a blue check or you're doxed or KYC, doesn't mean that you're not going to run away, but it gives me a little more confidence, at least, that you're ready to show your face. So that's what I'm focusing on now, is solid people, and kind of getting rid of all my NFTs that I don't know the people and haven't done my research on.
I
Which
dig it, man.
I'm sure most of us have a lot of those.
Yeah, for sure. There's one project like this that I I don't think I know who's behind it. This like winners only thing. I don't know, but it's another one that's like tied into projects that already came and went. Anyone know about winners only? Oop. Mikey's coming up here. What's up,
Is
Mikey?
that the one that someone said Louisiana was a part of?
See, now
I,
that would
I
make
may be
sense. That would make
I
sense to
may
me.
be wrong though.
No,
I just can't.
I know that fucking who's
What's
that
the
kid?
consensus on Louisiana? I'm in a few
I'm
projects
not
that having
digging it.
issues.
I'm not digging it.
Well, I'm on the Boot Council, and also on MOA Council, and on a couple on cyborgs as well. So
Cyborgs
yeah,
is interesting, man. I just went on their website yesterday, and it is not. I thought it was a new thing. It's changed so much.
you talking about cyborg swap or
Yeah, where
cyborg?
the NFT
Oh
like,
my God, I don't even want to get into that. So
oh, dude,
you got to
it's
be careful on it too. I've been told supposedly that the NFT you put in might not be the NFT you get out.
that is spicy.
So supposedly they can swap it or something like that. Don't take that for word, but that's
Well,
what I
here's
was
another
told.
reason why you don't want to do custodial, especially with someone that you don't trust.
I mean, if you put in a low rank one, and you pull out a good rank one, I guess that's okay for
Well,
you.
that could be nice, but
Just pay attention, I guess. Don't put anything good in
I don't
there.
like the not knowing. That's all.
Right. Well, what happens if the site goes down and they have all your NFTs?
Then your NFTs are gone until they come back online.
Yeah. But what if they get attacked and they figure out a way to take all the NFTs out of that wallet?
And we've seen these types of attacks. We've seen
So
MMF almost.
that's why I
MMF.
prefer the in wallet so much more. It's everything's still on you. You have so many more options with NFTs. It's definitely, I think, the way that things are going to progress forward from now on.
It's the only way to go.
Staking costs the project so much money anyways. Usually to put your staking on Crodex or on, Cyborg Swap or something, usually they want a shit ton of money to do that. So that's more money
I've
just
heard
drawn.
so many different things. This is interesting. Someone just told us yesterday in here that it's free to start a pool. It's free to start a staking pool. I was like, what?
What?
How's that possible?
I haven't heard that one. On what
Dude,
site?
I gotta check the tapes. Someone said that yesterday about Crodex in here.
Good
I'm gonna
question.
look into it.
I'm sure there should be a project in here that can answer that one.
Yeah, not me.
From what I've heard from all the other projects, it's expensive to get onto these platforms and get your stuff staked.
Yeah, that was my understanding. But now I'm looking
maybe
into
things
it.
are changing. I know it's expensive
Everything's changing.
to set up the in-wallet staking site is expensive, but I believe it's a one-time fee.
Oh, okay. So maybe they've done it. A lot of these projects have staked multiple times on there. Yogi, what's cracking?
What's up? Hey, so I looked more into that Choice app, bro. So apparently what I gotta do, I gotta link my bank account and make a deposit. And then once I do that, they're gonna give us both $20.
$20? Oh, times are hard, huh?
Wait. And then after I keep everything open for 30 days, then we'll get another $30.
Okay. So they are gonna give us the 50. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna get that done soon, and then because I looked more into it last night. I got the email saying my account was verified and everything, and it's open. So I'll get
Good
that
man,
done.
Yogi.
We'll get out $50, bro.
I'm saying, and you're sticking with it. That's the important thing. I think the majority of people get the link, sign up, and they pull an alpha. Like maybe you get halfway through and something happens, and then you never finish. I'm glad that you're sticking with it, man. $50 of Bitcoin is always nice to have for free. Texas, what is so goddamn funny? Oh, he's not up here. Dojalon is up here. Hallelujah.
How's it going today?
What's up?
So I didn't really catch all of what was being said because it was being loud in the house for a moment. So I didn't quite hear everything, but I'll just give you a little background on how we started and where we're going, I guess.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Well, it all started just like I found an NFT project I liked. I like the MCA, the Moon Crew Apes. So I bought a lot, and the owner just kind of took off, kind of just left everybody high and dry.
Wait. How much is a lot? We all have a different concept.
How much is a lot?
Yeah.
I'm the largest holder of MCA with 810 of them.
Holy shit! All right, thank you.
Hold on a sec. I got a phone call.
Real quick, while he's taking his phone call, to pull an alpha means to get started on something, and then halfway through, your ADHD, like a squirrel, comes into the out the window, and then you go fight with the squirrel.
That is correct, sir. That is pulling an alpha. It's part of our vernacular now.
Hey, Texas, I'm headed your way, buddy. Just let you know.
I pinned the Discord link.
Like you're coming to Jersey Village.
Oh, nice.
No, I don't know exactly where yet. I'm headed. Actually, I'm still in Louisiana, but I'm heading to Galveston.
Dang, Galveston is so good. I have a bunch of hotels that I like to stay at if you need something.
Oh no, I'm just going to drop off a box, turn around, and come back home.
What's in the box?
I don't know.
What's in the box?
That's not my discrepancy. I just got I got a phone call say, hey, go pick up a box and bring it to Galveston.
What movie is that from?
I mean, this is from all my favorite movies. Pick up the box. Don't look inside. Seven. Pulp Fiction.
What's in the box?
Oh my god, that's traumatizing. They don't make movies like that anymore. 7. Woof.
All right. Sorry about that.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you have to tell us about your project after we just brought up 7.
Well, I can probably make something from that if you want.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Okay, so getting back to it, yeah. So I really liked my NFTs. I absolutely love them. I think they're amazing. Um, and I wasn't going to let it just die. Um, and neither were a handful of the project moderators that were in there. So,
why was it gonna die though? I never got into the new
well,
games.
well, the royalties dried up for one. Everything that was kind of promised kind of got rugged out from underneath everybody because the creator he just disappeared. He wouldn't respond to anything. Nobody could get a hold of him. So instead of just giving up on everything, I just worked harder and kept buying and buying because in my mind it was a great project. It just needed somebody to guide it, and eventually um, I didn't, but the head moderators and community people, they took over the project, reset up contracts for royalties, and started their own quest to make a Gen 2 off of that. And in that meantime, I was creating my own little spoon army of NFTs that I wanted to sell. It was more like a hobby at that point. But with everything going on in MCA, I thought the best thing that I could do was to try to provide utility for all of the people that were holding that just couldn't get out, and I didn't want them to lose money because why would you want to? So what I did is I created the OG apes. I did that one first. So I put my mint kind of on hold, and I started the OG apes, thinking if it's more of an investment. I only made 1,200, and they're all one of one AI generated in the same theme as all the apes, but a little bit different, obviously. And I kind of went with a 1920s gangster feel, just to represent Kronos. And because we've all been beaten and put down for a year, and I thought these represented the holders.
I dig it, man. This is
Um,
the upcoming, or no, the spoons are upcoming. The OG
yeah,
apes is done, right?
the OG apes are done. They minted out in 35 minutes, which really did surprise me. Um,
Damn, how many?
there's 1,200, but
Nice.
when I went into that, my whole mindset was to help the MCAs. So they had first dibs at whitelists. They were all whitelisted. If you held one, you were whitelisted. Anybody who held, I did an airdrop of 20 to 1. So anybody who had 20 or more, every 20, you got another ape, which some people might say that was self-serving because I had the most. But,
Hey, it's your project, man. You do what you want.
well, in the end, I had to give up a lot of apes because we messed up some things on the mint for the airdrop. So I ended up with less apes anyways because I just gave them away. But the whole purpose was that those people would get in on the ground floor of my project. They would be investors if they chose to be. I mean, they could sell them. That didn't bother me. We went with a 100 crow whitelist, 120 for public, and I went through Crowdo to get the contract and get everything set up.
Okay, what is that? What does Crow do?
Um, do you know the little Crowdo dolls? They're an NFT.
Yeah, I've seen them. It's like a voodoo doll. It's like,
Yeah.
but they launched on someone
Well,
else's
they're
platform, right?
Art Do, the head.
He's a dev.
Yeah, he's the dev who runs Crowdo.
Okay.
But he also, he also helps out projects. He'll go through the process. Then you tell him your idea and what you want to do, and then he'll write you a contract. He'll get whatever you need set up. He'll host your mint, all for a fee, obviously. I mean, he's got to make money.
Yeah, of course.
But
this is
there's a whole
something that was needed.
community.
Yeah.
There's a whole community of actual projects that go through him. It would probably surprise you just how many of the projects
I'm here
actually
to be
go
surprised,
through
though.
them.
Do they all launch on that platform,
all are
you
minting
can
out
take
as
the
well.
contract? Sorry?
Right now, most of the projects that are minting out with his dev work are all minting out.
Oh, right. But are they all minting on one NFT platform? Like, does Cro do?
No, it doesn't have a platform. He gives you an individual site.
Everybody gets their own minting site. Okay, so
Correct.
These would be projects that we wouldn't necessarily tie together like we do with all of us that launched on.
That's what I was saying. You really got to pay attention to your collabs and see which projects are doing well, and then kind of follow them. That's what I've been doing. Is just try to follow who's investing where, see which ones are doing well, and then pay attention to why they're doing well, and then obviously decide whether I want to get in them or not.
Yeah, that's the smart move.
Having generous founders is number one, and I can say that Douglas Spoon is definitely a generous founder. Like you said, he got a bunch of apes and he just gave them back to make sure that everybody was good. He's very generous, and that's key. He's making sure if you got a founder that's not being generous and giving back to the community and is only talking about, oh, I need to keep the money for this and that, then you might want to get out of that project.
Red flags, baby.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. Is
or if you see anyone trying to make an NFT project to make money, red flags. Leaders eat last. So if you've got a project founder who's putting money in their pocket before you, you're gonna want out of that project.
Well, I can tell you up front, before you even minted, I have kind of problems after seeing the brutality that goes through the crofam. So I won't fully dox myself on Twitter. That's not going to happen. But I fully dox myself to my team. They know exactly where I live. They got my phone number. I KYC Beast Bay. But I won't. I have a job. I got small kids. I don't need that.
Good enough for us, bro. Of course, I can't speak for everybody, right? But they've all heard my mother call me by my name in here. We're not gonna make it easy for them, but those of us who know who we are, you're good, is what I'm trying to say. You're good, Mikey, Murph, Texas, Voodoo, even Joey, and Yogi. Fuck it, work too.
Sure that the Moon Crew people were all good. So I came up with they get 60% of all the royalties of secondary sales, and that wallet is there for everybody to see as it goes in. There's nothing to hide. Contracts up. They know where everything goes. I'm pretty honest about everything. And my kicker for the whole thing was since they were the first 1,200, and this was for them. Every mint that I make in the future, which I already have the spoons lined up, which will drop in January. Already working on a project after that. I've already got the concept. I've already been working on it. That'll probably drop a month and a half, 2 months after that. And they'll get 10% of every mint off the top of the profit. Dope. So if I have a 3,000 collection and it's 100 Cro, all the OG ape holders they'll get their part of 30,000 Cro. I mean, it's that simple. I'm not bullshitting anybody. That's just the way it is.
We like it.
I would much rather. My roadmap for the first collection was about as cut and dry as you could get. There was no promises, though. This is what you're getting. I'm going to give you 10%. You're going to get 60%. Here's the mint. Here's what I'm going to do. As soon as it's minted out, we're going to get on the marketplaces and I mean, that's how simple it was. It wasn't. I'm not gonna blow smoke up anybody's ass. Sorry,
No
but
apologies.
what
That's
but
what we
what
do.
I'm what I say you're getting, you're gonna get. That's just the way it is. I don't care.
What about
I'm
outside of Web3? Do you guys have any plans besides, uh, the NFT side of things?
well, like I told everybody. Well, I've said repeatedly. Some might argue that the OG apes were the start. I would say that it is not the start. The spoons are not the start, and neither is the collection after. We are going to just keep grinding a little at a time and build the big old community wallet that's there. And once we get to a place where we can do things, then we are going to expand, and we're going to expand as exponentially as far as we can.
So are you saying you haven't even started yet? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that no, we haven't started yet. I
Nice.
haven't started yet.
I like
I'm
that.
not. I'm not. I'm not done. I'm not done giving back. I'm not afraid to say that I'm almost out of my own project at this point. I almost can't afford the floor prices.
That's the way it
So
should be.
I'm like I keep selling. I have some that are on the marketplaces, and they keep selling, and I I find myself almost stressed out that I can't even afford to buy my own, so I can keep up with royalties. So it's meh, but that's why that's why I did it. That's
Well,
why I
yeah, and as
designed
a
it.
founder, that must be a good place to start, minting the next project. It's like I don't even have any more NFTs. And
Well, yeah, I the thing is okay. So of every project, I'll be upfront. I take 15%. That's all I get. I get 15% of a mint. So that's what I get to survive on, unless I have some.
I mean, that seems good to me. I don't know what most people are doing. I don't think most people
Yeah,
come
I
in
don't.
here and even tell us that type of shit.
Well, like I said, I have nothing to hide. I don't really. It's it's not about me. I enjoy making things, and I'm just glad that other people enjoy it as well. I guess.
Seems like
That,
they are. Yeah, man. In fact, let's see if these guys got questions. Joey, what's up? Nope. Murphy?
I'm driving. I'm trying to get my freaking finger to push the button. It wouldn't push the button. um, most of us in this room, I dare to say, suffer from ADOS, attention deficit. Oh, shiny! To one degree or another. Most of you, if you've been in here, have heard that I broke my phone in the last month. You guys, if you haven't written down the aux addies for all the tokens that you hold, you're going to play hell getting your wallet set back up. Second thing, on that same note, projects that are out there, you've been running for a couple months now, maybe go in your Discord and put a walkthrough on the changes. Here's what you do to start. Here's the next step. I now find myself, I know I've got 9 Chronos tiles staked somewhere. Don't know where.
Chronoverse tiles. You staked them on Crodex, bro.
Yeah, so, we talk about it in this room all the time.
Oh,
Hey,
take it easy, Wavy, you fucker.
projects come up here all the time. We have different people who are devs or managers or whatever. I'm looking for who is our Chronosverse guy? Who is our crazy or the scientist guy? Who is our, now I can't even remember the Crow Homes guy. I've got this stuff staked everywhere. I don't know if I'm going to cause a problem for myself by coming in and unstaking. And if you guys are laughing, thinking that I'm the only person having this issue, Alpha, did you ever find your Coinbase seed phrase?
Why? That's fucked up, man. That's my show. I fucking no. The answer is no. And
So I'm
damn,
just saying, every one of us has this issue. No one is immune.
Crohome's minting tomorrow. Get your rent.
what? Who said
Yeah,
that?
Crohomes is minting their last thing of the what is it? The whatever it's called, the little beds and shit that they have.
Companions.
Yeah, so the companion collection, the last of it's minting tomorrow. So you
No
wanna you
shit.
wanna you wanna collect your rent and get ready.
I think I still have a key sitting
And
somewhere.
did you guys see Did you guys see the drop though from them that
No,
homes are going to be live in Chronosverse? You'll be
no.
able
Well,
to
We've been
you'll
waiting for this. We've
yeah
been
they
waiting
just
for
put
this a long time.
the announcement's out that you'll be able to drop your home in Chronoverse on your tile.
See, doesn't that feel good? Doesn't it
It's
feel
nice,
good, even if you
right?
got to wait 8 months? Like what we said was gonna happen, and as long as that happens, I'm fine. Like I realize now that I'm a patient person. That was 8 months ago that they told
Yeah,
us Crow homes were going in Coronaverse.
everything takes time, but it's happening.
That's good. That's good.
I saw the jungle space on Crotopia. It was awesome.
We're gonna work it out so that we can run this space live in Crotopia and get 50 people to show up as their avatars.
When I was on my 1999 laptop that had all those mechanical clicking buttons, I was actually able to open up Crotopia. I was moving like a boomer through Crotopia, but I managed to get a snapshot of the jungle's platform. In addition, the troll coin is only 40 people away from their Discord goal, so they can start minting. If anyone's not in that Discord, take a look at it.
Wait, who's this?
Troll coin.
Troll coin. How many do they want in their Discord?
420 people.
That's funny because we have 416 people in our Discord, so we are 4 away from 420. And if those fuckers get there before us, there'll be hell to pay, Texas.
Those fuckers.
Hell to pay.
Let's get them. Let's 4 people versus 44. You should be able to take that with a head start.
420. Well, this is the thing with our Discord. There's no messing around. We've been handpicking these 420 people for the past, well, same as Crow Homes, 8 months, right? So we got 416 solid motherfuckers, and that's something that I'm proud of. I know Murph is. What's up, Murphy?
Hey, boss. Yes, I'm very proud of the Discord. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece of machinery. I just have a small, quick update. It's small for everyone, big for me. The Kronos Chimp Club Marketplace now has dark mode. Let's
Oh
go.
yeah.
Dark mode on the Chimp Club Marketplace. We only got Candy City Finance left. So come on, Candy City.
Oh, let's give them a sound effect. Hold on. God bless the chimps. I didn't even know we needed it. That's how much I love the
Well,
chimps. I can stare at that marketplace and not even care that my retinas are burning out of my head.
Eggs came out this morning and he put an announcement out and he said the reason why they waited is because they really wanted to set in stone the colors, like they really wanted those colors to be their colors. So they wanted to give it a good amount of time and then implement dark mode later, and that's why they waited to do it.
I can take that. And it
Yeah, a
worked out
little
well
bit of
for them.
marketing.
That orange that they stuck with, that's very unique. And this branding stuff, like, we cannot just gloss over how important it is. We're building brands here. The Chimps are a brand that I put my money into before I knew jack shit about NFTs, utility, community, any of that shit. I saw it as a brand and I bought it. I bought the shit out of it. That's something I'll never forget. So when you see, like, when I think of the Chimps, I think of the PFPs, but I also think of the website. So the color scheme, the UI, UX, all of that is incredibly important. You know, we need a lot more people here to build what we're trying to build. Palpable is here. Let me make him a co-host. You know what I'm saying? We need artists, developers. We need artists that are developers. We need a word for them. You know what I'm saying? We need a lot more of what we got going on right now. We're doing really, really well. It's a scaling thing now. How do we scale up? How do we get more developers on the Chronos chain? We're on the ledger. Listen to how many news stories we said today in this space in the past hour and a half. All of them are positive updates about Chronos, connectivity, and just growth on the blockchain. Even all the way down to the Chronos Chimp Club dark mode on their marketplace. They've done over 16 million quietly on that website with no dark mode. What's up, Palpable? Good morning, my guy. Welcome back. Oh, shit. Oh, good. I gotta wave. You know, everybody comes to hear your voice, though, dude. That's what you're famous for.
You know, Twitter's kind of buggy. There was a couple times when you co-hosted me, and then my mic just stopped working. Like I couldn't turn it on, wouldn't turn nothing. Like it's just weird.
It's been rough, dude. I went up in Alex's space the other night, and I didn't even realize that they were fucking roasting me for my first minute up there because I had no audio. Then I had to go down, come back up, and try and figure out what the fucking inside joke was. That's traumatizing, man.
Because you missed half the conversation. Yeah, Palpable. If that's the case, drop down and come back up, and he can reassign it.
Let me take care of this for him.
That man's voice is still in my head where he said, "This is the year of the Dow."
The year of the Dow.
Yeah, when he first came on your show a while back, that's what he said. And that's just been stuck in my, it's been stuck in my head ever since. No, he's right. Yeah, but it's been stuck in my head ever since the way he said it. You're talking about his voice. It just replays in my head. This is the year of the Dow.
And he only has to say it once. That's
right.
The power of a good voice.
Yeah.
We got to say it 3 times. Oh, shit. Where did he go?
I was going to say, too, you know what we need the most right now? We need onboarding support. So, like, a lot of the stuff that people are talking about here today, wallet safety and stuff like that, if we could get a Discord going together just for these people and somehow set up IRL onboarding, and we can have Skype meetings with these people so that, like, I would like to set up onboarding and start classes and stuff like that, how to get into this, but I don't have the full knowledge that some of these people have, so I'd like a little backup when I set up these classes. So if we could set up these things, have these people stand by, obviously getting paid for their time in the Skype classes and stuff like that, I think we'd be much stronger as a community to be able to set up these things and specifically focus on Chronos. Obviously, we don't want to push just Chronos, but it'd be good to have that the main key, have that the main sponsor, and then obviously work everybody into it, have help opening wallets, understanding charts on crypto, understanding FOMO and stuff like that with NFTs, understanding to DYOR always, just things like that. If we could set up IRL stuff, we could really bring a lot more people on this chain very fast. Because I think that's the biggest problem. I mean, all of us came into this thing just on our own, basically, having to listen. We find Twitter. I found Twitter. A lot of help came from Coffee and Cro, stuff like that, and then interacting on Discords, talking to everybody. I'm almost in every project. I've been rugged a lot. I've been heard on the crypto market, so I have a lot of what not to do. And if we could bring people in and keep them from having to learn that, let them learn the wise way. A smart person has to fail and then learn from that. A wise person sees somebody else fail and learns from that. Let's try to get these people wise.
I'm loving everything that you're saying, and at the same time, it's breaking my heart because that's exactly what we made this show for and the Jungle Discord. Like, it's all Murphy does. is
Yeah.
one-on-one
So
in the DeFi 101 channel, trying to help onboard and with the least amount of negative side effects.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm in your Discord too. I'm the token holder.
because
the
like the
problem
jungle.
the problem with what you're saying, NFT is the scheduling of those classes, things like that. I think better fitting for people to be able to go back and watch at their own leisure is, say, YouTube videos, right? Step by step, YouTube videos where people can post their questions underneath or something of that nature. But because of scheduling and trying to get people, together, it's hard to do things live.
Yeah, I know, but there's a lot of people that aren't going to come on Twitter. They're not going to go on Discord. They want to invest. They got tons of money to invest, and they're going to need us to do those things for them. And that's what I'm saying, because it's not everybody's like us. Not everybody. People see me on Twitter and they're like, "What? I got to go on Twitter and Discord to do
Yeah.
this?"
How do we make it
So
easier? Like, is a website easy enough? Because we're trying to build up the Island Thunder website to be, or at least for a section of it to be an onboarding vehicle.
I mean, it's so complicated. All the different information.
Yeah.
Just even to understand what information you need to get. Like, it's one thing if we put all the information there, but if they don't have the ability to even start to grasp what we're trying to tell them,
What
where in
about an app?
IRL,
Is an
in
app?
IRL you can actually, like, you can baby them. You can sit over them and be like, okay, this is what you're getting stuck on. This is where I can help you at. I can actually do it for you. Obviously not your key. Um, but other stuff I can actually sit there and help them do it. It's harder to say, hey, hit that button on Discord and do this, tag this, do that, because people are like, what the hell are you talking about? So when you can actually show them, like, hey, this is the button you need to hit, this is what you need to do, it becomes a lot easier for them. I mean, my learning experience has been extremely hard because of that, because I'm not totally up to on all language. On when somebody says tag this, it's hard to even get something pinned to the top on
Yeah,
here.
no, I'm
But you guys have shown
100%
me
in the
that.
same boat. Everything I learned about DeFi, I either taught myself, trial and error, or uh, I was helped with, person to person, peer to peer. And that's really what we try to foster in here is teaching everybody, getting everybody to the same level, so that we can then help other people, right? And take the screenshots and hold their hand as they bridge to DeFi. It really is like what are we doing? Everything's peer to peer. So like I think onboarding is really going to be a peer to peer mission. Like you gotta, they're not going to go to a website and just learn everything.
Right.
It's
So like,
definitely a hand holder.
so that's a
And
good point. So that's what I was trying to say is, like, if that's on Discord, if it's on Twitter and they're not on Discord, not on Twitter, it doesn't matter that it's on there because they're not going to find it. So we have to have some type of IRL place, some place that we can actually grab their attention and say, hey, come here. Yeah, this is
Brick
where all
and
the
mortar.
information is at. Yeah, this is where all the
I
information is
like
at.
it.
That's why I said IRL meetings, because if I say, come to the crypto club, we're gonna have a meeting, we're gonna have a poker game, we're gonna have drinks, food, da da da. People are like, oh, okay, let me go see. At least I'll just go see what's going on. But if I say, come to my Twitter space, put your thing on your phone, listen for an hour, they're like, what the hell? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I got stuff to do.
No,
So
and
and piggybacking on that point,
we got to
you know,
grab different people. That's what I'm saying. We've grabbed everybody we can from Web3, Twitter, Discords. We need to start grabbing people that are not on those. So we can't advertise on those. We have to be off them.
oh hell yeah. And Meet Me in the Metaverse hits different than it did last year. Like that shit does not slap right now. Like you can't say, oh, we're doing it in the metaverse and everyone's like, yay. You know, we kind of fucked that one up.
Okay, I'm
but
almost done. I just got to put this on and that on. I'm done. Okay. Oh, sorry.
Hold on, I need a couple of co-hosts. Now everybody wants to come up here.
yes, and Hor, I'd like to piggyback on what you were saying about my point earlier about how the generational wealth and bequeathing this assets to your next of kin. There will be needing a service because if we have to interact with each other to figure out how to unstake a liquidity pool and how to sell these tokens, your next of kin will not know how to do it. And there needs to be a brick and mortar place like Fidelity or like a lawyer's office that kind of walks you through these steps.
Well, let
It's
me say
funny because
something. Let me say
go
something
ahead.
real quick. Okay, 100% on this one. Listen, everybody, if you're doing a project or you have a shit ton of money, put your keys on a will. Because if you die and you don't have your keys anywhere and nobody knows where the hell to find them at, your shit's gone. I just thought about that this morning. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, man, what happens if these? So, I don't know the best way to do it, but we got to remember that, guys. When we pass, if we don't leave our keys with
I'll
somebody, all
hold it
that
for you.
money,
If you're worried
is
about it,
right.
I'll
All
hold
that
it.
money and all your investors are screwed. So
But even if you know,
just
if you give those keys to someone you trust, if they don't know how to use your
right.
2FA,
But
get
I'm
your
just saying,
emails, and then
there's
know
something
how
we
to
don't
sell
talk about.
liquidity pools and where they are, like
Yeah,
those
absolutely. You're
things.
right.
That's fucking
Yeah.
confusing. Yeah.
So
That's why
not only in the will put the keys, but put a list of what to do with it.
So let me add to y'all on that. The crypto.com has an inheritance service that will actually walk your loved ones through getting your crypto if you're a private, crypto.com private.
And you hold your crypto on a centralized exchange, which
I
is
was
what
gonna
we're
say, is
talking
that
about.
DeFi?
What
Is
we're
that DeFi
talking
though?
about.
That's
the
only CX.
Yeah, but
That's
they'll
only.
help you with, I went through it with them and they said that they can help you with teaching them about the DeFi side as well if you have DeFi assets. You don't
we
give
need
them
to
your
offer this.
keys,
We need
but
to
you need to
offer
do it.
it as a collective, as a trusted collective on the DeFi side, because I can't run this show and tell everybody to own their keys, own their crypto, and then say, in case you die, make sure that you have a icy card and all your money on the
So,
exchange.
so Texas and I had a long conversation this morning in the Discord, and it's all about trying to figure out how to do this in a trustless, permissionless manner. It's going to be difficult. It's going to have a lot of challenges, but we're going to look into that. And also, a thought that generated after that conversation, Texas, is the lawyer issue. So every country is going to have different laws when it comes to death and how to pass those things along. So
What if
it's
we
going to be a
offered the
huge.
ability to create a multi-sig wallet with the jungle?
What if we use wallet draining technology that we know people already have? We
What?
already know that if you download a certain app or a certain NFT, it will wallet drain if you have any interaction with it. What if we use NFT wallet drainer?
What?
This no.
No, you're going down the wrong path. I'm talking about
Yeah,
it's a simple multi-sig. So you have one key and the council has one key. So you can do anything you want on that wallet, including minting projects and controlling them like a deployer wallet. And if anything, adverse was to happen, then if your kin was to have your private key, as in any other case, the council has the first key and all of the information to continue or, rectify.
well, that's one way. I got my feelers out. I'm going to talk to Brian. I have another idea in mind that would be pretty dope if we could get it to work. But that's just I got to brainstorm
This
with
is the
him
coolest
and
part. This is
But
when
you
we start
right.
using the technology in new ways to solve problems. And this is by far the best shit that we do.
ultimately you have to have a plan to give your inheritance to your children. You have to. I mean, that's more important than anyone else making any profit off this.
So
It is
first you got to have kids, and then you got to make sure they're good, and then you got to make sure you like them, and you want to give them all your stuff, and then we'll get to the rest of it. And Minnow, and then Doge.
So first point, I don't think Texas was completely wrong there. Wallet draining technology could be used if it is like, let's say you toss an NFT in your wallet and then it's set up to whenever somebody with a certain social security number from a centralized server interacts with it, it automatically transfers the funds over to their wallet. So
I
that is
got it now. Thank you.
yeah,
Sorry,
is a way
Tex.
to go about it. The second thing was just whatever it is, a bar and grill, a pool hall, whatever the meet and greet crypto discussion location is, it needs to be called the utility.
I like
What
it.
about JPEGs? That was my name of my bar, is JPEGs.
The
My
utility.
original plan was opening a hotel down here in Florida, creating a super utility for everybody,
And
and allowing
our
the projects to buy into it, and then that's where we have all of our onboarding and stuff like that. And shows for
their
the
fucking
projects.
talk. Yo, check the fucking tapes. All right. Last year, this exact time, we were talking this same shit, and we said in here that our goal was to have a brick and mortar right here on the vineyard, the Island Thunder store, where holders would not only get in real life benefits if they ever made it to this island, but it would be exactly what we're talking about, and a peer-to-peer IRL onboarding
Now,
mechanism.
Alpha, if you can get Ellis to come up here, he had a really good story. Well, not a really good story, but he actually experienced this in his life. So I don't know if he would be willing to share that story. He was a part of this brainstorming aspect. So if you could get him up here to share that, that would be incredible.
Ellis the Menace? I'll get him. Wait, he's not in here. I don't see him. But he was, because he definitely sent me an emoji a minute ago. Here he is. Hold up. Doge, what's up?
Well, in response to what everyone's saying about getting more people to do this and that, and how to handle their keys and what to do with them and who to give them to, I would like to point out, because I'm sure I'm not the only one in this Twitter space that was rather disappointed when crypto.com put out their tweet about not your keys, not your, and the mind-blowing responses that people put all there, not knowing that if it's not your keys, it's not your crypto, was just amazing to me. I thought it was obvious.
The answer is cheese. Not your
Yeah.
keys, not your cheese.
Well, but just the amount, I can assume that most people were probably just playing around, but at the same time, it just seemed like there is such a lack of knowledge that of the basic principle that if they're not your keys, it's not your crypto.
I think you're right on. I think it's about 70% of people in crypto who actually have no concept of DeFi, and it might be higher. But that's all we're trying to do in here. It's a real simple scenario. We're trying to get that number down.
If we surveyed this room right now, I would be willing to bet we would at least get a dozen different answers on what an NFT is.
Well, that's a good thing, right? Because I don't even know if any of us are supposed to know what an NFT is at this point in the game. Because there's so many more things that it can be that we haven't even created
Good point.
yet.
I think it all depends on how you created it. I mean, everybody has their own purpose. Some people sell NFTs just strictly for the art. Some people make them like shareholds. So it just depends on how they create it and how they put it out there.
That's the underlying issue, is it doesn't really matter. There's 100 different things that an NFT can be, but the only thing it is an access pass to that one storage location.
Yeah, that was a mic drop.
Did y'all see the news article about Coinbase the other day?
The other day, yeah, there's been a
it
bunch.
said something about $33 billion in Bitcoins, what they're holding.
They're the largest Bitcoin holder. I think that's legit.
That is
what insane. I don't think is legit is CZ's little bullshit Merkle tree. I don't know why everybody got so excited about that. Like, that's proof of reserves. It's not.
Well, now that Ellis is up, maybe he'll share the story of the in real life experience that he had about a crypto bequeathing.
You got to stop saying queef, bro. You really do.
That's what I was thinking.
Hey, how's it going, Alpha?
I'm all right.
Yeah, so my situation, bro, within this is I had a friend recently who was trying to stop someone who was shoplifting, and that person ended up hitting my friend, and he fell to the floor and hit his head and died. It was only a week, if that, ago. And he's, heavily invested into projects. He's got on different chains. And in the beneficiary system, he entrusted me and his partner with the seed phrase. And one of the things that was being put in my mind is how can we cater for, because his son is my godson. So we will make sure that things in time, work out for the children, That's what we're building for. People are talking about building wallets for their kids and such. We need to make sure systems are in place.
That's amazing, man. It's a really important reminder because I can't believe it happened so recently. You never know what's going to happen day to day, and the smartest thing that we can do is be prepared for anything.
Yeah, I'm sorry for the loss of your friend, man. That really sucks. And
I mean,
it's happy to hear that you are taking ownership of that responsibility and helping his family continue.
yeah, I mean, I've sort of brushed with his partner and told her how to sort of do everything when the time is right to pass on everything that's necessary to the son. So when that time comes, the dictator will educate the little one. But yeah, we need to definitely sort of branch out, and it's a hard thing. I'm just finishing up Site Alpha, bro. So how much longer are you keeping this space for? Because I'll actually run down my plan of what we can do with smart contracts in what Texas brought up about wallet draining. I know it's a scary word, but it could be worked in a good way. In a
Yeah,
way
it
that's
scared me when he said it. I shut him down immediately, and
if
then
you give me the next 12 minutes just to finish up where I'm at quickly on
all you,
site,
buddy.
then I'll come and explain to you how we can make this where it's actually appetizing. Let's say. All right?
Just
So
just
just give me 12
my
minutes.
just my quick idea while he's going through those 10 minutes. If you make an NFT called the Will and it's listed people by their actual social, and they access it by, like I said, through a secure server where they have to uh, uh, register with their ID, like crypto.com, then it could transfer with an interaction.
I've
Only
got
Americans
your
have social security numbers, though.
I've got your motto right here. Where there's a will, there's a way. The Will NFT project.
Right. Only Americans have social security numbers, but everywhere has some way to identify people for the most part. And if you don't, then you can't use the program.
I'm
Right.
sorry,
Like,
but we're not sorry. We've seen this type of geolocation issue over and over and over again, especially this week.
and the key is the
Well,
secured server, right? They're gonna positively identify the person. That's where that is. So if you live in a
why
place
not?
where you can get on crypto.com, then you can access a secured wallet draining NFT.
Right. So what you could do is create a contract where you go to, like, say, okay, you create a contract. I go to that website first, right, while I'm well and happy and creating my will. And now that contract generates a random number and assigns it to my wallet address, right? So then now you can use that random generated number as an ID number. That
I
way,
understand. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. The reason that doesn't work is because then the other person that you're giving it to has to already be involved in crypto at that point in time. And if that's the case, then you can just give them the keys and they can take it for a ride, right? Like the point is to be able to give your wallet to somebody like my wife who tells me to piss off every time I want to talk to her about crypto.
Just give it to my wife. She loves stacking seed
oh yeah,
phrases.
well, I mean, if that's the case, all you got to do is write the seed phrase down and put it in a safety deposit box and leave her the key. So, but the problem remains there is what does she do with it when she never listened to you and doesn't know how to operate any kind of wallets or anything like that, right? So,
I mean,
getting your seed phrase to somebody after you die is not the problem. It's educating the individual that's going to be doing it for
Well, the
you.
problem is relying on somebody else to educate them. Well, they have to give the other person the keys to your wallet to get that information. The point in the wallet draining technology would be that all she would have to do is sign up for a CDC wallet, which they have videos on how to walk through that, and then interact with the will in my wallet, which somebody can walk her through how to do, and then the crypto is in her control in her wallet.
The beauty of wallet draining technology used for the proper use case. I don't know. It's really cool. Poofy,
I think
what's
the
up?
issue with that is it still requires you to be educated in crypto at
Yeah,
some
this is
point.
what we keep getting hung up on, and we're going to continue to keep getting hung up on it until we get where we need to be
Well,
with crypto
Alpha,
education,
But
and then
I have
everybody.
but
news for everybody here. When you die, if they don't know how to access crypto, it's not your problem.
but the important part is with the wallet draining technology, they are the money, the monetary value of what's in your wallet is never out of control of your wallet and their wallet, and they can learn the technology without having to have somebody else show them how to get into the wallet. So nobody else ever has to have that wallet information.
Now, there is code with AI that watches for obituaries. And if you're detected in an obituary, it can release information. So that could be adapted to do it with crypto as well.
Yeah, you do KYC with that though.
Oh yeah, you'd have to. I mean, you're going to have to anyway, just to verify that, how many of us share a name with somebody else, right?
Right.
Yeah, John Smith. I mean,
Poofy, what's up?
Hey, I kind of jumped in late, but I heard you guys all talking about the inheritance and everything. And so over on VeChain, we actually got a company that does inheritance for all this kind of stuff, and they've been doing this since like 2017. I'll kind of post it up top so you guys can check it out.
Yeah, what's the 2017? That's awesome. What
It's
did
called
what did they?
it's called
Yeah, go
Safe
ahead.
Haven. I posted it up top.
Well, the thing is, like, if my son got all these NFTs, he wouldn't know the value of them, and he wouldn't know how to sell a liquidity pool and even know where to find a liquidity pool.
You have not taught your son about liquidity pools yet,
He's
Texas?
9. He's 9.
My
All
son's
right.
10 and knows about liquidity pools.
My son is 10, so we'll cut you some slack. But he listens. He listens to us on this show, and he listens to me when we talk about these things. I trust the kid, and he's smarter than me. I think he's gonna build some really fucking cool shit that you guys are probably gonna use in the future, or your kids. I'm bullish. I'm bullish on my kids. All
I'm gonna
three of
work
them.
for Levi one day.
My
Watch.
son this morning, we were driving to school, and I said, "Hey, son, I'm thinking about selling my Azuki." He goes, "Why? The market's down. Are you an idiot?"
Oh my god, these kids! I
I was
love it.
like, "Wow, my son gets it." And I told him,
They
"No,
get it.
Azukis have actually stayed stable and they're going up." I said, "Now Crow's down," and he goes, "Well, buy more of it then."
Fucking A. On the money. My son, yeah, he waits until ETH is over 1,200 to ask me if we can buy a video game for the Oculus. He's not a dummy. I think I've said it out loud in here too many times. He can't get shit until ETH is over 12. I used to say 14, but we're doing 12 these days. We're also shorting True USD. If you guys are new here, get on the train. Choo choo. True USD is in the shitter, and we are borrowing the hell out of it on Tectonic because Crypto.com gave us the go ahead. Borrow it and buy Crow with it. Not financial advice. Yeah, it is. Everybody's doing it. Tex, how many times have you leveraged your True USD for Crow?
Oh God.
I'm up to 15. I think I'm up to 16 now. I've got about $800 worth of True USD. I started with 150. To the hilt, baby.
What are you doing? Loaning
Uh,
USD and borrowing Crow?
we're borrowing True USD and buying Crow. So we're long on Crow and we're shorting True USD.
How many X are you up? So what I did is I deposited 1,100, and I went all the way up. It took about 10 times, but went all the way up to 4,400. So how far extra you up?
I'm X'd, man. I'm at 90%, and I
I
think
was
I
at
went.
90% last night, but when I woke up this morning, ironically, I was at 89 because Crow went up a little, which
Crow
was
goes
nice.
up, and you're yeah, whatever the fuck he called it, a lava bar yesterday. It cooled down.
So the volcano is right next to it. Yeah.
Yeah, the volcano cooled down, man. I like it. I this is so much fun to me because y'all can check the tapes. A week ago, I didn't know how to short.
Oh, dude, shorting's so much fun. I shorted Bitcoin from 40K down to 18K.
It's the only thing to do in a down market. I mean, if you don't know how to short, what are you doing? You're just selling and then waiting.
Well, I'll tell you what will happen sometimes is that coin will spike, and if you're over leveraged like I was in Bitcoin, you wind up getting liquidated pretty damn quick.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to avoid here. So leveraging yourself all the way up to 90% is the easiest way to get liquidated. So I definitely don't recommend that. If Crow spiked down, I would get my USD liquidated.
I would do some math on your end and say, okay, what percentage can I go up to where and have like a bottom number in mind. Say if Crow's going to drop below 5 cents, I don't want to be liquidated, but I think Crow may drop that far.
Or
And then you're
what
being
if you
more
held your
responsible.
true USD that you borrowed, right?
Well,
If you
then you're not
held it,
leveraging.
sorry?
Then you're not leveraging. The whole
No,
point
I
of
know, but if you've already
leveraging.
leveraged it a bunch of times and then on the last time you just hold like 50 or 100 TUSD, and if you hold it, then you could feel like if it did spike down, you could buy a bunch and stake it to bring your
No,
no, that
Alpha.
doesn't
So
work.
what you would do is instead of holding it, swap it for Crow, hold that, and then if it goes down, then you would deposit that Crow, and that would give you a little bit of a buffer.
No, I'm saying you wait to buy it because you want to buy it low. But you're saying as
Or
soon
even
as
Oh,
it
you're
goes
over
thinking if
below,
Crow
leverage
goes
like
down. I thought you
60%.
meant if True USD goes down.
no, no,
Okay,
no. If
so
Crow goes down, yeah. So you
You don't
hold
over
the true
leverage.
USD to buy the Crow when it drops, if it drops,
Yeah, but
as
what
a
I'm trying to
safety.
tell you, Alpha, is there's no difference in that or
Or,
just holding USD that without borrowing it.
oh,
Like
that's true.
I only
Yeah.
leverage to 60% because if it goes to 80, I'll either deposit more or liquidate
I,
and try and save some face,
yeah. No, I see why that was pointless. What I was saying. We have 11 minutes left, and I think Ellis is coming back to give us a rundown. But if any of you want to squeeze an announcement in here, because we got 60 people and we didn't even tell you to tweet out the room. So if you want to drop something on everybody's head, like Joe says, hit the mic button. Don't be screwed. Wow, Legion, these
Get your kids
infographics get
Christmas
better
gifts
every day.
before.
Are you seeing these infographics that Legion makes? I'm putting it up top.
I still
Kids are
don't know
the
how to
best.
retweet a room.
Stop it.
I'm
Who said that?
serious. I tried retweeting this. I can't figure it out.
Bottom right. Wait a second. I got to do it myself to make sure I'm not lying. Yep, you hit it. You like it and retweet it. That's it. That's what it means. We got any questions in the comments? Let's see.
Alpha, bro, I'll probably have to fill you on that information probably later on at the later show, bro, because I think I
That's
might be
cool.
staying on. So, yeah, you
We'll
do
be
you, bro.
here 420 every damn day. Crolin says, I think the fam will be okay if they're unable to access that 42K Thunder in the wallet. Oh, man. Always spicy.
he's such an ass.
Always.
We love you, Crowlin.
You know what's funny? I'm going to send him some just for being a bitch. Drink it out of cups.
When will the Trollcoin Thunder LP open?
As soon as Trollcoin reaches out. I mean, Crolin says it's not him, so who is it? Cole wants to know what we're shorting today. I just told you. Same as yesterday. We are shorting True USD because it's a lie.
All right, Alpha ApeCoin. It's 420 now. What's the hold? What's the buy? What's the sell?
Um, see, I'm a degen, so if it's under 420, I buy it. If it's 420, I hold it, and if it's over 10, I sell it.
$6.90.
That's a sell. What do you think about ApeCoin? I mean, like, they talk such a big talk, but what does ApeCoin do that no other coin does? Nothing.
I mean, if it's in-game purchases on other side, then it's everything.
It's like a Thunder, but it does less. It's a community token.
It's a meme coin kind of right now. I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they try and peg it to 420. Oh my God, if Dogecoin pegged it to 420, that'd be hilarious.
I mean, that's on us. We're the ones pegging it to 420. There's a reason. There's a reason it's at that.
Wait, Thunder's 420 right now?
No, but we did launch at 42 per crow. But that was 8 months ago.
Yeah,
now
I know.
We're at like 240. And we could get it back to 40 just as easily, but motherfuckers love selling it. Especially when I take the taxes off. God damn. Last time we did a tax-free weekend, we went up 15%. This past weekend, not so much. But hey, it's a community token. It's for whatever you guys want to do with it.
I like the tax idea, honestly.
Yeah,
People want
taxes
to buy
are
Christmas
important.
presents.
Well, I mean, I hate saying it, but I know you're going to be paying taxes to the U.S. government, but you run into situations where reward pools go empty because people simply just they don't have any like whenever there's a transaction, they don't have a creator fee like 10%, so they can't restock the reward pool. We need that. We need taxes. They're a necessary evil to keep the project going.
100%, man. I hope everybody's on the same page with that, because just because we hate taxes in the real world doesn't mean we don't need them in Web3, because it's a necessary. It's not
Well,
even
it'll
an evil.
prevent
It's
people from
necessary.
dumping on your project.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry to bring this one up, but look at Hop. Hop was what, 30 cents or something crazy, 2 cents at its peak, and then people were dumping. And they've dropped it all the way down, and it would prevent people from intentionally shorting a coin because guess what? Those taxes get put back in the dev wallet. And as long as the dev wallet isn't selling, which they shouldn't be, I mean, the coin's going to survive.
Yeah, definitely make sure the dev wallet isn't selling, because that's a number one red flag.
Oh,
And
dude, I felt so bad on that because I ripped like 30 grand worth of Hop when it was up because I compromised one of my freaking wallets.
you can't feel bad about that. That we all knew Hop was going down, just like LHRC was going to go down.
No. You should have heard the freaking phone call I got as soon as I did that. Everybody was like, "Oh my God, somebody bought in early selling," and I was like, "If you watch the transactions, I rebought instantly." But it
Yeah, I
was
mean,
FUD that got spread because I sold, and I'm sitting here going, "No, my bot picked up the freaking coin." Because you know how we do. We have bots that buy coins that are released just in case. So
yeah, and we got arbitrage bots that are way faster than us. We've got MEV bots that are active 24 hours a day, just watching these liquidity pools, waiting for large transactions to come through, putting buys in before and sells in after, and just minimum extractable value over and over and over again. It used to discourage me. I used to get discouraged. I used to call people, bro. I was that guy. When I launched Thunder and I saw someone making a fucking huge sell, I'm calling them on the phone. What the fuck are you doing? I grew out of that. Because this community has proven itself to not just want but need Thunder to operate. So when I see the cells go through and then I see the liquidity go up, then I know that people are selling and pairing, which in essence does even more for us than just holding, because now they're creating liquidity to spread this even farther. We can't even get these fucking scammers to tweet about Thunder, right? I can't even let them fucking pump it to the ETH side of things because we're not even ready for that yet. We don't even have the liquidity for someone to make a $10,000 buy. We have to do that as a community. So we got
One of
nothing
the
but time.
things you could theoretically do with the taxes is, say you're taxing 10%, 5% of every transaction goes back into reward pools, and 5% goes into the liquidity pool.
Yeah, ours is just a straight 10% into the liquidity pool, and the reward pools are funded entirely by the Treasury in the Steakhouse and on Board Candy Swap.
Yeah. I mean,
Heaven's
I just was thinking about that because, you know, we're having issues over with hot with the reward pools being empty on those NFTs, and it's because, you know, the one of the devs is actually funding it out of his own wallet. So
Thank you for bringing that up.
yeah.
You know, these are things that nobody gets to hear about, and like we're dealing with all these things on a human level on the back end. You know, I
Oh
think it's
yeah. I
important.
mean, when the liquidity pool goes empty, it hurts because, you know, I've got so many assets still in Lazy Horse, but yeah, it hurts. I need to be able to claim my stuff, but, you know, they need a way to replenish those pools automatically without having to, you know, drain Kevin or Chad's wallet.
Are Kevin and Chad still around?
Oh yeah.
Are we
I
hanging
talked to
on?
Kevin I talked to Kevin for over an hour yesterday.
Wow. I feel
I'm
like we should
actually
hang out.
doing, I don't know if you want me to tell this, but I am
I
doing an
do. I was
AMA
gonna
this
say we're gonna
evening.
go over time, bro, because this is important.
Well, I am doing an AMA this evening with Gopher Golf. You know, kind of trying to keep everybody updated. I'm sorry, real life has been a bitch for me since the market started crashing, but we have been on top of the devs trying to get them to work as quick, efficiently as possible. It's just, you know, we don't have $2 million to yeet at them to make them go faster.
And they
You know,
did have millions to start, right?
well,
The lazy
yeah.
game.
So Kevin originally funded us like $100-something thousand to the devs to, and they told us, yes, you're going to have a full golf game when we're finished. But what they didn't tell us was the $100,000 buys you the snail's pace.
And
So
that's what this has been is
it's
snail pace.
basically, if we want to go faster, we're going to have to yeet out a hell of a lot more money. Well, we don't have that to yeet at them right now.
And was this something that I know this isn't like for you to say, right? But in your opinion, was this a move by Kevin and Chad to help the community or to kind of hamstring a couple of people into running projects for them that are still going to benefit
So
them?
Kevin and Chad, when I don't know if y'all remember their original release on Spaces, but they said that they wanted LHRC and Lazy Horse to be a community driven project. And a lot of us had ideas for games and stuff that we'd love to see in Lazy World. And so as time evolved, they approached us and said, "Hey, we have a deal for you. You know, we'll provide the initial funding for the project, but we'd like y'all to work on this." And it was right. They were right to do it. They wanted to do what they promised and make Lazy Horse a community driven project. Well, a lot of FUD is centered around it, and it's really hurt the project. But they are still kicking, and I can tell you Kevin's gone above and beyond that in ways that people will never understand on how he's made self-sacrifices to keep the project going
Well,
monetarily.
we want people to know, and not for his sake, but for this entire community. We
Well,
really,
when the staking barn failed,
yeah.
Kevin realized that he made a mistake, He admitted to it in Discord, and he covered the cost by his personal money. Not Lazy Horse. Kevin covered it
And that was the $100,000 loss, wasn't it? From what they
easily.
said.
Easily.
So we were under the impression that that was what slowed everything down to a snail's pace. Was $100,000 loss from the staking barn and not.
Well, in Kevin's defense, he knows he wasn't the one that made the mistake. It was an error with like something to do with the devs and the math, decimals or something. But
yeah, one extra zero makes a lot of difference.
yeah. Oh, did y'all hear? Sorry, I'm getting distracted. But did y'all hear about the lady, the crypto.com lady, that somebody put the amount of Crow to withdraw or something like that she put the account number in the amount of Crow to withdraw.
When she got 10 million, that check?
Yeah.
Yeah. She bought a house. They're still trying to get the money back.
Oh, they'll never get it back.
No, they will. It's Australian government. Like they already ruled, I believe. It all needs to get paid back. They're selling the house to get the money back to crypto.com.
Yeah, but the issue with it, well, actually, if she had never moved it out of crypto, there's nothing they could have done.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. If you guys got time, look into that story. That shit is kind of hilarious. Depends.
Well, I will say this, and then I'll let Ellis and Mikey, they have had their hands up. Lazy Horse and Kevin have not quit working on the project, even though there's so much FUD surrounding it. They are out of Discord. They're there, they're reading it, but they're not responding because they want to focus on the project, not focus on the bad things that people are saying. Kevin's making this go. He told me yesterday, he goes, Lazy World's going to come to fruition. He said, but we've got to keep our heads in this place and keep going forward.
I'm really glad that you brought this up because we only have the picture in our head that we've created. And a lot of those pictures are created from the discussions that we have in these spaces. And we haven't heard from Kevin and Chad, and we haven't seen them in the Discord. Well, I'm not in there, but we did hear that they were deleting stuff in the Discord, and I think that's what was pissing people off.
They were trying to get rid of FUD. So some people got in there and they were saying, oh, well, this is a rug pull and everything else. And those of us who are involved in the project actively, who the developers still talk to fairly often, know it's not a rug pull. And we can reassure people, but people want to hear from Kevin. And I'm like, guys, it's like telling Chris from crypto.com he needs to be in Discord and explain himself.
Yeah, or like Mario Newfall saying, Chris isn't in my space, so crypto.com is a scam.
Are they working on an ETH casino? Because that's what some of the rumors are, is that they've kind of abandoned the project and starting this ETH casino.
I will say this. Kevin has a lot of things on his plate, a lot of projects on his plate. We aren't privy to all of them.
Is that a good thing?
It is, but it isn't. You can overstretch yourself. I do it all the time. I'm working on 4 different projects right now, and it's taking up so much damn time. But at the same point in time, all we need in Lazy Horse, as Lazy Horse, is one project to be just mind-blowing. And then we can work on the other projects.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
still,
I think a lot
I'm
of
still
people
waiting on my
here,
ETH horse.
right?
Yeah, if he
A lot of
doesn't
people
forget
here
about it,
wish
that's
that
fine.
The horse game.
I don't think he's forgotten about it. I'd tag Cruiser or something in a ticket and be like, where's my ETH horse, man?
I haven't got mine either. They don't answer back at all.
Yeah, I wrote a ticket. I finally did get my Lazy World airdrop from my LHRC.
That's the
Finally did
weird
get
looking,
that.
like it looks like the Arc de Triomphe. Arc de Triomphe.
I think part of it is, Lazy World, we haven't incorporated anything. Kevin and Chad, like they've incorporated the company, but they haven't started hiring like customer service agents or anything like that. And so I think they're still trying to do it themselves. And that makes it very difficult.
It makes it confusing, man.
I think they need to talk about the skyboxes. I think that's the biggest.
I think they need to talk.
I think they need
to talk to us.
The horses have been were bought and sold. People who were able to make money. Things did happen. They came out with something. The game didn't work out. The staking bark failed. failed, so there was issues. There was trial, but the skyboxes were a shit ton of money, and there's like literally nothing to show for it. So I think, as far as
That's 3 strikes, isn't it? That's how I
I
felt.
I
It's
would
like
just say if they
the
would
game
focus
should
on
have
that
been.
and say something about that, it's almost like they're ignoring them and pretending like,
I'll
nothing's gonna
fill y'all
happen.
in a little bit on the plans of the Skybox.
That'd be great because
They know that they're in trouble. They know it. They've seen the FUD. They know people are losing faith. But I can tell you this: when we hear something about the skyboxes, Kevin's going to mean it with all his heart. He's not trying to screw people out of money. That's what keeps me in this project. He's not trying to make a project, steal money, and run away. He is genuinely trying to make this work. And the skyboxes, yeah, that was another issue. But the code is still there. The idea is still there. A lot of the stuff that y'all don't see is concepts. And we can't release the concepts because we don't want another company to jump on it first. If we did that, we'd be screwed because then they'd steal our idea, run with it, and we wouldn't be able to make it come to fruition, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's understandable. I feel like that every day in here when we have great ideas. I'm like, fuck, someone's going to run
That
with it.
being said, when I stream tonight, I am streaming the alpha of our game. The graphics aren't updated. It's a very basic game, but it's a lot of fun. I actually really enjoy playing it. Even though it's quirky, dude. It's not the game I want to release right now, obviously, but it is fun to play because the glitches in it are actually make the game fun.
That's cool.
Yeah, skyboxes, the stuff is there.
You're talking about the Gopher golfing, right?
Yeah, that's the game that I'm the lead developer on, and I wrote the map for it. So I've got all of that.
Is Louisiana still involved in that?
He is. He had a death in the family. There's been devs have been hit as well with the lazy horse stuff, where they're not talking to each other as much. I can tell you when Gophers first started, oh my God, we talked to each other every freaking day. We were so excited about it. And then the development team slowed down. And when they slowed down, we wound up slowing down because there was nothing to talk about anymore. I have already written the game. I already have the outline. All we're doing is waiting on the devs to finish their coding, which, by the way, is Web 3. This game was written I wrote the outline for Web 2. So the devs are having to come up with new code that GitHub can't help them with. And it's taken forever. I hate saying that, but it is. And then I look at like Battlefield and all those big games, and I'm like, they didn't come out in 6 months.
Well,
it took
do we
them
need
years.
more devs, or do we just need devs to work faster?
We need more devs, honestly. I think they have like 50.
Yeah, we need more code commits. It's like devs look at Chronos Chain and they're like, why is there so little activity?
Yeah, I mean, I could tell y'all I'm working on something for the Gophers. That's just going to be fun. I have no idea what I'm doing with it, but I wrote an outline for a game. It's a Roblox game that I think is going to be fun. I just have to learn the damn code.
We all do,
it
baby.
myself.
It's almost 11:11, my favorite time of day after 420. Let's go Ellis Poofs Gray.
Yeah, so appreciate the holding up the space and that, bro, because it's interesting.
We're on some important shit here, man.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, something like this is when me and Texas were talking, everything we laid out, and we had a good nerdy hour conversation, but everything that we came to a understanding with, we understood that there is also the counter, because the problem with beneficiaries, the problem with wills, the problem with death at the end of the day, and then merging the Web3 is trust is going to be the biggest thing to overcome. So when the words wallet draining tech is mentioned, of course, that's going to be a big red flag. But let me roll it back to a sense of going, we know that tech exists and we know it works. So how can it be used in a beneficiary way? Well, in the implementation of, let's say we have I'll just use the name Cro Mortuary, right? So let's say we got Cro Mortuary, non-profit in the first year. So you are not paying into the system, right? If you want, there's perks and there's securities and that, you can add all these and other little things and bells and whistles, right? But in a sense, for to make it more non-profit, that no one's really reaping big juices from this, that should hopefully tick, a little green tick for some people. But then the problem then came, well, what about if you've got so many people that have these NFTs and then you've got family members that don't know what they're doing with it? You could have years of NFTs and projects, but your son, your daughter, your nan, they might not know quite the research, they haven't been on that trip. So there are systems that then can be put in place with the wallet draining tech that's also then into a conversion. So let's say a non-profit comes in, they have a good amount of funds to run. Let's say half a million USD. If we get to a user base of where you're then operating, where people, let's say on a rough basis, have maximum of like 10k USD of NFTs, right? And they want to lock those in. They want that to be in their will. So you put that system in place of where if they opt to, like we spoke about there's an opt-in to have the draining done if there's inactiveness for a duration of time that is considered, not just you having a break, not a holiday, not you just, using a secondary wallet, but if it is a substantial amount of time, and then that process can kick in. But a lot of people don't know what they can do with NFTs. So with people,
that's a fact, bro. But also, a lot of people don't know that all their NFTs are going to zero. So why are they going to put them in a will?
So obviously, being in a will now, that's not going to be custodial, right? That's not going to be, let's call the contract a will, right? It's not going to be custodial. So you're not putting them in there. You're freely able to do what you want elsewhere with them, right? But I think the interesting part of what the trigger can be of this drain, it's still the drainer, right? Is if you opt in, we have tech already that monitors NFTs on a range of their medium of the floor, right? You can have slightly above the floor, slightly below the floor. So we have some systems in place of which, like this, the trade out to a wallet, which you have to designate, by the way, and that doesn't get changed. So it isn't just to a random OX. In your whole documentation, you set up an OX, or you can even have an email, right? So that your son or daughter is going to have an email down the time, something that's easily accessible, something that's able for them to just sort of go, all right, this is what the lay of the land is. Okay, sweet. But what I found interesting is the conversion. If they don't want NFTs, opt within your will that a trade is done, either into Cro, USD, whatever, after a set amount of time. Now that is where there's so much appealing things that can be done with this draining tech. Just we need to stop. Yes, of course, draining tech is bad, but you can always make good out of a bad if the implementation is done with the most wholesome manner. That's why I, when I strung this idea together, that is a non-profit. Now, obviously, people need to make money, because if the company comes in and they are just straight taking, after the trade point, if you opt for, let's say a Coffee and Cro to your value of NFTs at a medium floor price, obviously then the company's stuck with the NFTs.
Yeah, so that's the beauty of a non-profit, though, is people can make money, and the organization itself doesn't.
Yeah. The reason I obviously say the word non-profit is because just the fact of, I think that's something that a lot of people, when you hear about charities and such, that is just something that it rings all the right bells at the end of the day, a non-profit, right? But there will have to be at some point, just for disclosure of the company, there will need to be a point of where revenue is coming back in. So that is where you then see a systems of, if the NFTs, you opt for the conversion, the NFTs go to then the company. They optimally could do what they want with it. They can sell, they can do whatever, they can hold whatever. But I think after, to make it so your first year to get your ground basis and everything, or we can make a plan of whatever where it's non-profitable for a Z amount of time. But then, there has to be some taxations or something to keep it afloat. Because at the end of the day, unless it's government backed, or maybe,
and we ain't doing that shit, Ellis.
Exactly, bro.
Actually, Ellis,
exactly.
you gave me a good idea. When I die, I have a rare book collection.
Mm-hmm.
And my kids are going to have to hire an expert to come in and look at the books and get bids on them, because some of them are worth a lot of money. All we need is a company that is tied to your will. So in your will, say I have, crypto mortuary or whatever,
Mhm.
And I go to my lawyer and I say, when I pass away, crypto mortuary, because when you can do that, you can tell the your lawyer to notify certain companies. When I pass away, crypto mortuary needs to be informed. They have all my information. They have my wallet address. They have my private key, which is
Mhm.
important. And you can store those keys just like you do with ledgers, where
Yeah,
you have a backup ledger.
100%.
So
Yeah, yeah.
crypto mortuary will put that in a vault with your name on it. And when you pass
Mhm.
away, they can pull all of your assets. They have full control over it. They can either do what the kids want. You know, if they want to liquidate everything, that's fine. We'll liquidate it.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing at my DMs.
No, you're
I'm all
fine.
fucked up. Crolin is freaking out. Grayway, we gotta let you go, buddy. What's up? He won't stop DMing me.
Yeah, we'll get back to it. Let Greyway if he's got something to do, bro.
Go ahead, Gray.
So I'm glad I got invited to this because I can't let this bullshit slide. I don't have any problem with Blaine. I think he's a great guy. He's just roped into the fucking con. So he made a statement, and I didn't catch all of it, so you guys can come back with any questions you have after this. But he made a statement that Kevin wasn't intentionally trying to rob anybody, and that's absolute bullshit. The proof, I posted it yesterday after these son of a bitches drug me back into this crap. He straight robbed everybody on the token exchange, and I called him. That's how I ended up the largest single holder when I wasn't even close, is because I made him pay me accurately and fairly. He was skimming off the top on those transfers, and Cruiser knew it, and he both knew it because I showed the messages where I made them aware of it. Did they make it right for anybody? No. They decided to turn on me and make me a futter out of it. That's how this whole thing fell apart. I can show you the text message where I told Kevin I was done, that I was telling the fucking truth. So you can sit here and listen to these guys blow this smoke. It's a con. It's a long ass con. Nifty showed y'all how bad he robbed you on the skyboxes. All that BS, how much he robbed you on the game. Talking about all these devs. Kev doesn't have any devs. He's a Fiverr middleman. Stop with the lies, guys. Just quit it.
A Fiverr middleman. I didn't even think about
I
that.
would like to see those if you don't mind sending them to me.
Now, I saw a tweet yesterday, I think, Grayway, that had some text messages in it. It looked like this was the money stuff you guys were talking about. There was a slippage issue. They were trying to go from a V1 to a V2 and airdrop everybody an equivalent. But
it was not a slippage issue. He was plugging, instead of using a calculator to pay people fairly on what he said he was going to do, he was using the hop swap DEX with this token that had no liquidity, so the price impact was insane. So he was pocketing the price impact when he was paying people. That's bullshit. And he knew it. I told him about it, and they didn't do anything. They didn't make it right with anybody.
Now, people who don't understand how liquidity pools work, automated market makers, which is probably the majority of people here, unfortunately, like we're all getting there. But for people who don't understand this, the price impact, if you have a liquidity pool with a low amount of liquidity in it, then say if you were going to sell Crow for Hop and there was only $1,000 in there and you wanted to take $200 out, that would be a 20% price impact, which means by taking out 20%, the price is changing 20% with your one transaction, which means, yeah, you'd basically be coming out at the end, depending on the algorithm, with like 20% less. So running it through the hop swap, or just typing the numbers into hop swap to see what they would pump out would be about 20% less than you were supposed to get. And you're saying they were just keeping that and intentionally.
Yes, he was adding that to the liquidity. Oh, and here's another one. And guys, I don't want to make this seem unfair. Like, I'm guilty as shit. I was complicit for a long time. Don't think I'm a hero here. I'm not. I am not even close to that. I just, there was a level of deceit that I could no longer live with. So let me tell you another thing he did. I can show you this. Blaine forgets that Kevin robbed his
Except
own
we don't
inner
own the
circle.
trademark or the logo.
Listen, Kevin robbed his own inner
That
circle.
we borrowed from a furniture company. That we borrowed from an artist
Hold up,
and
hold up, hold up, hold
from.
up. I can't hear anything. Yeah, do you guys hear that? Is everybody feeding back?
Oh yeah, that was a big.
Can you hear me now?
A little better.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so Kevin robbed his own inner circle. Yeah, he sent us all the new contract to Lazy World. This is how we got his liquidity for the Lazy World token. He sent us all the freaking contract to do it, and then rugged the first one, kept that liquidity, and moved it over to the second one, never paid any of us back. Just straight fucking robbed us. I can show you the text message, and I can show you the damn rug coin in my wallet.
Hey, Greyway.
Yeah.
Oh my God, am I reverbing too? Can you hear me? Okay. I think you're angry and passionate, and I really appreciate you telling your story. I think it's super important that you do, and I think it's extremely important for people to listen and pay attention to things that happen in the space. But I will say that if you can tell it over and over again until you can tell it calmly, it'll probably pass better to the rest of the community, and you'll probably save a lot of people some heartache when they look into projects.
And that's why I did it, man. Is because these were my friends. I got in this community in January. I spent hours in these spaces making friends with these people, and it does not sit right with me in my stomach to think that they're getting robbed and these people are sitting there lying to them. Just lying to them. I mean, look what they did. If you don't, this isn't red flags, and I'm going to be honest with you. The truth does not mind being questioned. Liars get angry when you do. They shut down an entire Discord, moved it to a secret location, and if you speak out in that Discord, they will damn block you and delete your comment. They are hiding this truth from the facts. And if any of them want to come here and challenge me on this and call me a liar to my face like they do in private, I welcome it. I will take that on. I've got the messages. I've got all that shit. I can back up every single thing I'm saying here. This is facts.
I'm with you. I'd like to hear more about it. But he did say it right. I appreciate just how involved you are and how emotional you are, because that is a great way to explain it. But we need to calm down and explain it more calmly. A lot more people will listen.
Okay, that's a fair point. I'm mad because they drugged me back into this. I hadn't had a word to say about Lazy unless some stupid crap poked up on my feed. And look, I want to make this clear too. I did not sell any of my stuff until long after I gave this warning. I was not about to use my community members as exit liquidity. I gave everybody a chance to get out before I did if they did not like what I had to say. I did it for 2 weeks. I let everybody know I did not sell my stuff. I watched that damn thing plummet. I watched the floor prices plummet. I know it's my fault. I know I'm hurting people, but I can't sit around and let them rob people. And if they had not brought me up, I'm not in that Discord. I don't have a clue what goes on. A person sent me a message wanting some clarity because they brought me back into this. That's why I'm here again right now. I don't give a crap what happens with Lazy World. I hope you guys make it. But there's one thing for sure. There's way too much deceit. The space is way too small to overcome it. Blame, I think you're a great guy. I have no problem with you. You've never been rude or cross or done anything to me, and I'm not trying to hurt you, man. I understand that you were the main guy behind the Gophers. I get what you're trying to do. The head of that organization is the problem. I can give you another example. For all those months, Kevin and Chad sat there and told us how successful they were, how much money they had. It took me a long time. I finally pulled the background on Kevin. If you guys ever do that, your jaw will drop. I'm telling you, man, this is a sketchy cat. He is, man, nothing but negative in his background. Look, they told us they were working on this Lazy project since 2017. Straight lie. They were in the middle of 2020 and 21 doing that car coin stuff. There was right. There was never a better market for used cars, and they rugged that. Come on, man. This is the whole History of these guys is bad news, and I feel sorry for anybody that's wrapped up by it. That's why Kevin needs Cruiser, because Chad left. Kevin cannot get a securities license. You look at his background and you will understand that immediately. He needs somebody clean. Chad quit on him. He's gone. And they keep
What makes
lying
you think
about
Chad
that.
quit? Or when did Chad quit? Because I talked to him a few days ago.
Back in July, I've got the messages from that. Come on, man. Right after he posted that medium where he went off on everybody, Chad's gone.
Huh.
I didn't know that. I talked to him a few days ago, and everything seemed fine.
Well,
Okay, let's get into the next one. How about all the lies they told about Chris Mad being sick and couldn't finish the Frontier art, while Chris Mad is constantly putting art out on Twitter and going to Comic Cons? How are they going to do that guy like that?
is it not the same
Same
guy?
guy? That's the same guy. The guy who did the Barn Cats is Chris Mad. He's doing the Frontier art. That, or supposed to, but that didn't happen because, he was sick and he can't complete the art. It's funny, though, he's drawing new stuff every day.
Oof, this is the stuff I really don't like. Bach, what do you think, buddy?
Hey, good morning, Alpha. I missed your morning show.
How could you? How could you?
Yeah,
After everything from yesterday, bro, we've been shorting True USD like real soldiers over here.
Yeah, I know. I do. I took a break, dude. Yesterday I was fucking troopers got in my head, bro. I was like going back in my whole shit. I was like, holy shit. Just looking at like my track record, bro. But yeah.
See, we're dangerous, man. We know each other, and we've been kind of casing all of Web3 for the past year.
Because Alpha yesterday, like Trooper said, like I'm only thinking about like myself and Bach and all this stuff, and I'm like, I had to like look at the books, bro, and just see the receipts, and I'm just like, wait a minute,
let's do the numbers.
Minute. The NFT was 25 Cro. The shit is well above 200 Cro. Not on accident. This is push liquidity. This is like we're making sure it stays there because people are paper handling like a motherfucker, But and it's just like I don't know. I was looking at like why did I create Cro C in the beginning in the first place? Oh, because we were getting censored, and I realized something else was like I think there's like a group of people that are like against me. Now I feel like I sound like Kanye, bro. And I'm just like, holy shit, let me stop there. And I got back to work.
You better stop there. Because as soon as you start blaming the Jews, you're out of here, buddy.
Whoa, Alpha. I am friends with the Jews.
Just because I'm Jewish and I run this show doesn't mean we run everything.
Alpha, whoa. I'm not getting there. You said that. I don't categorize people.
I did. I kid. Wait, why can't I get blame up here? What happened?
But to the lazy horse situation stuff, I don't know. It's just so. I think I told you this before, but they threatened to sue me. Remember when Cro C first came out? People were trading their NFTs there. They were like, "Oh, we have an exclusive collaboration agreement with Bisous Bay."
I remember.
What is your business address? Our lawyers are ready to sue you. I have the screenshots for this shit.
They tried to BitBoy crypto your ass. Dude.
And I was like, bro, this is a DeFi, man. What are you talking about, man? It's just the NFT marketplace. No one's forcing people to come trade your assets here. It's just another option. But, in hindsight, I think it was just probably a tight relationship with Bisous Bay. Nothing weird there, but, I don't know.
Yeah, probably more on their end than Schwizz's, if you think about it. I highly doubt Schwizz was the one pushing them to have an exclusivity deal.
Oh, I mean, I'll be honest with you.
I want all of you to air out the DMs today. I want to see nothing.
Because remember, I was in the background. I didn't even reveal Cro C was like operated by the whole Bach Foundation and everything else. But dude, a lot of collections.
Oh yeah, we had no idea, Bach. No idea.
A lot of collections like had exclusive agreements with Bisous Bay, bro. Like. I'm not gonna lie to you, even including Troopers. When Troopers showed up on Cro C, Troopers didn't like that shit either. And it's like it's just weird, Maybe like Troopers has something against me or whatever, but I just think like we have to work together as a team. We can't like silo or people away. And I hopefully that's why Crow C is here, because it's open, decentralized, no permission.
I
The
think
funniest thing to me is that nobody, and anybody who says they could have is lying. Nobody could have guessed what the team would look like a year from a year ago. Like, nobody was here a year ago would have said, all right, so it's going to be, Alpha's going to stick around, Bach, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, also, if you look at it, like,
Chico.
like on my team, we've been the same since the beginning. Like, that's really unheard of. I mean, well, actually, I digress. I fired 2 people, but those are like kind of problem nut cases. I'll categorize them, but
Now you're gonna get Marcus up here. Come on, bro. I don't have time for this shit.
Dude, I told you Marcus was the main culprit in this whole like shebang. It was like, dude, so much like backstabbing, and it's crazy, bro. But it is what it is.
It is what it is. And now we're past 11:30. So let's go Joey and then Mikey, and then we gotta get the fuck out of here.
Hey, I actually stepped out for probably almost 45 minutes in the middle of the show.
Holy shit, Joe, you missed all the good stuff.
No, I came back in at the perfect time where Gray came up. He hits on a very valid point that I don't know if most people are looking at. If we do not police ourselves and come at these problems and or situations with facts, not FUD, facts, we will be facing a huge downpour of regulations because of all the bullshit that we let slip and slide because, well, I think this guy's actually pretty good, this, that, or the other. Guys, call it what it is. If it's bullshit, it's bullshit. We cannot let it keep perpetuating because we are feeding the regulations that are going to come in and slap the dog shit out of all the little people. I am about peace and harmony. It's not fake. It's not bullshit. I like to see people get along, but I don't like to see people being taken advantage of. So step up for what's right, get out the actual information, and move forward. That being said, reach out, get some sunlight, touch the grass. I don't know if it's cold as shit where you're at, but it is cold as shit where I'm at. We just had a snowstorm last night. And heads up, here comes the honk. Peace and happiness to the room.
Well played, sir. Thank you. Mikey, que pasa?
Yeah, I just wanted to throw in there too, if you didn't know, you can actually stake your horse on Bach Finance.
Long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me, Bach.
No. It's just like this trips me out, bro. Like, I feel like I have a thing against troopers, bro. Like, I was really uncalled for, bro. I'm like really, really like feeling that comment from yesterday, because I remember one time. I remember one time I made a bad comment and I came out and I apologized to troopers. I was like, bro, I overstepped. I'm sorry. It's like we can't be going against each other here. But it is what it is. And I'm not the one that's using this voice recognition software recorder or whatever. But like,
he won't let that one go. Because I remember you guys made up nice. You guys were like kissing and hugging in here the day after you apologized. But like, he's really stuck on this baby Doge, baby Shib, something like that.
It's not me, but
I know.
I understand how somebody could see where I could possess such type of tech, but it's not me. I don't know.
Bro, if Baby Shiba was back, bro, Bach would have fucked me over, bro.
Trust
Baby
is
Shiba
very hard to build
ideas, bro.
and very easy to lose.
Bach, I do actually owe you an apology, because when y'all first came out, I saw the CDC logos everywhere, and I was like, they're going to get hammered by CDC. And I was concerned. But to see what you've done with the project so far, it's really a good project, and I'm owe you an apology because I didn't have faith in you in the beginning simply because of the CDC logos.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie to you, the CDC logo is an issue. But from like, I think our defense to it is CDC rebranded from CDC to Kronos, which I would say like they're like a public currency. And I think what we did is just more satirical than just like blatantly abusing their logo. But if we ever go to court for it, then we're ready.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you can change it if you have to.
I'm sure it'll be.
No, it's locked. The metadata is like permanent.
Oh, that sucks.
Probably be same court date as Lazy Horses for libel, right? You can take it all the same day. I don't fucking know, Bart.
No,
Jesus
I think, and Grayway, I apologize. I got disconnected. My phone died. I was listening too hard. I wasn't paying attention to the battery. But I do think that if there is anything illegal going on, that because he is known, because he is in, his home address is known, there's nothing stopping someone from filing a lawsuit and, going that route. But I think that Kevin's very careful legally. And I think that if anything is shady, it needs to be corrected. But anything illegal, yeah, I'll stand with the legal system on that.
I like everything that we've talked about in here today. I'm really proud of everybody for diving into some spicy topics without getting emotional or name calling. I think we deserve some credit for that. I would love to know if anybody has any information before we go on the mongoose who told us that they were paying us back for our NFTs like a week ago. They said they were sending me like $100 and I haven't got shit. Let me know if I have to like claim it or go in their Discord. I just want my money back.
I'll DM you a link that you just sign a contract and then you don't have to worry about money anymore.
Oh shit, for real?
Yeah.
All this time I've been waiting for that. Whatever happened to those Bitcoin faucets from 2016, right? You used to just go to a website, you get a free Bitcoin. You just like click the little button. Those were the days.
But hey, Alpha, to the True USD short position that we're stacking up. I mean, I checked my leverage today since Cro went up. I got more buying power, and guess what I did?
Bought more
Cro.
Let's fucking
go.
go.
This is an infinite glitch. If this goes well, this might be the biggest trade of my life.
It's the biggest trade of any of our lives, ladies and gentlemen. We are doing it together. We're doing it as the Cro fam. We are making our mothers proud. We are shorting True USD, and we are buying the fuck out of Cro. And
I don't
guess
want
who
to
put
throw a
us
wrench
onto
in
it?
you, Alpha, but what's this crap that I'm hearing about Chronos selling their Ethereum Cro or something, burning it, trying to stabilize the price
of CRC20 ETH?
Yeah, the ETH 20.
Oh, dude, there's some wrapped ETH bullshit going on right now. If you guys are holding wrapped ETH, I'd get rid of it.
No, not wrapped ETH.
I'm
talking about Chronos. They originally came out on the Ethereum network, and then they had a whole surplus of these ETH coins, and I was told that they're burning it.
Yeah. They've been burning
and
a shitload.
I assume that they're going to burn all of the ETH coins simply because they don't want the ETH coin anymore.
And they've been allowing us to bridge it over to Cro, and they probably just burn all the ETH.
I think they're burning off what's bridged.
Yeah.
But my question is there a price impact because they're burning off so much, ETH Cro?
Well, it's a great question. We've talked about it a bunch in here, and it's really hard to get any solid data because we see when they burn. Our guy Everything Crypto, the YouTuber, he's constantly watching the CDC wallet that sends to the burn address. And they were always doing it when we dipped under 10 cents. And we were thinking like that it was stabilizing the price. But it's really hard to say how you would see a price impact when you're burning an ERC20 token on the Chronos side. But everything is tied together. We're never going to get out of here. Mikey, what's up?
Did I win something?
Yes, everybody wins. No, what'd you win?
42,000 Thunder was in my wallet.
You did. Yep. If you got 42,000 Thunder, you fucking won, buddy.
I'm always winning, bro.
Crowlin won't stop bugging me. He thinks he won 42K just for bringing Grayway in here today. He thinks he's the producer of Coffee and Cro. I mean, this guy's going off in my DMs, man. Somebody give him a fucking job. This guy's... Martin, what's up?
What's going on, Alpha? I hear about this crow. I don't see where people have been watching it, but I've heard about it too. And all this burning and this and that. I'm sure it's just a mishap.
Where are you related to Crowder?
I know him.
Steven?
Yeah,
Yes.
his name is Martin Crowder. No relation?
Jesus. Tell your brother to fucking cool it.
I will.
Cool, Alpha, I'm seeing on the timeline all these people buying Cro on Crypto.com app. We need to tell them to get on Tectonic and start shorting True USD.
Where are you seeing this? On Martin's timeline?
No, just everywhere on my timeline. People are just buying Cro. I'm like, bro, it's not the right way of buying Cro. You want to
they're buying it on the Crypto.com app? Where do you want them to buy it?
No. I'm telling you, if they have this Cro, they bring it to Tectonic, they can just leverage themselves up and short True USD.
Oh yeah. They don't know that. All right, so let's break it down for them. It took me a while to even understand what a short was, let alone how to do it, right? But basically, a short is betting on a coin to go down, and a long is betting on a coin to go up. And leverage platforms make this very easy for you if you don't live in the United States. But if you live in the United States and you can't short or long on an exchange, you have to figure out how to do it in DeFi. And the way to do it in DeFi is to borrow dollars and buy Cro. And then if the price of Cro goes up, what you borrowed is more valuable and the dollar stayed the same. Right? So you win.
Well, it's interesting you say that. I see that a lot,
I didn't get it at first. I didn't get, I couldn't wrap my head around it.
Also, this situation is different, right? So, like I told you, this is a multifaceted approach.
No, I told you. I checked the tapes. I told everybody this is a dual-prong approach.
Yeah,
we are,
because, so many
shorting
multi-prong
at the same time.
Yeah, if you're long Cro, you believe this is the floor here, and we can make a bounce maybe to 7 to 8, then this is probably the best way, right? Because like you're supplying the Cro, taking out the loan at True USD, then buying more Cro with that True USD, supplying that Cro again. So you just keep doing this until you get to a comfortable leverage point to your loan to value. I think that's what it is. And then from there, once True USD depegs, then you can just buy that or repay back your loan, pennies on the dollar.
That's a great strategy. That sounds like a great idea.
The blue one, right?
Yeah, that's the blue one. I'm telling you, like their accounting firm, I looked into their accounting firm. The guy that's on the blockchain analysis team, I'm talking about like I'm still working my Medium article, but I'm working with.
It's a lot of back and forth.
Yeah,
I'm back and forth.
Yeah, you know that guy Alpha Mark Kohoro or whatever.
Oh,
yeah. I've heard of him. He's investigating the accounting firm called I think it's called Armino LLP. I'm talking like they're in everything.
Yes, very familiar with them. Huge.
Yeah, so this is just a strategy, but if it does go my way, I'm telling you, it's going to be the biggest strategy call here. Straight on Coffee and Cro.
We're going to be famous for this one. I'm telling you.
They won't even know us, bro. We'll know each other.
They will know us by the trail of dead bodies.
What's up, guys?
Is that a fucking lightning bolt that you're eating? What is that?
It's a lightning bolt. I'm drinking.
That's what's up. Yeah. That's the vibes in here, baby.
Yeah, can you guys talk me through this Tectonic stuff a little bit more?
Yes, sir.
All right.
You can find Tectonic in your DeFi wallet in the Kronos dApp section. Now, you don't even need the DeFi wallet. You can go to the website. What is it? Tectonic.finance?
So I'm in dude, yesterday when I was chilling in here listening, someone said they turned 300 Cro into 7,000 Cro with this strategy, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the caveat to that is like you're to get that 3,000 or three whatever thousand crow, you need to pay back your loan, right? But
Right.
but the strategy is, I believe True USD is going to depeg. It's I don't know why, but I I just see all the receipts on the
I
wall, and
think
it
a
doesn't
lot of
look
it
So
good.
we
comes
are
down to
banking
time.
on paying back a fraction of what we borrowed in True USD. That's the game plan.
Yeah, that's the caveat, like you said. But a lot of it's
But let's say
time and it's
let's say
back
it
and
doesn't
forth.
go that way. Let's say True USD stays $1, right?
Then we
But
need Crow to go up.
but you're bullish on Crow. If Crow goes to like say 10 cents, 11 cents, 12 cents, 13 cents, now to pay back your loan, which are just dollars, right? It doesn't move up or down.
But
You're
it's
just
a
paying.
win-win either way.
Yes, and the
If
reason
the
that this is a
time
safe
and the back
play,
and forth and the strategy that was discussed earlier.
yeah, but there's a very specific reason why this one was very low risk for us, and that's because if you look at the markets page, like the main page for Tectonic where we borrow from,
Okay.
they're paying us more interest to lend them the Crow than they're charging us to borrow the True USD. So we're making net profit right there. If
That's
it was, if
that's
that was
good, but I
skewed,
mean,
we'd
this
be
is
in
a
the
start.
negative every day that it went on. But the longer that we hold it, we actually make more money.
Yeah, not only that, we pump the price of Crow because we keep buying more Crow.
Let's go, y'all.
But
I mean,
not with our money though, with the borrowed money.
exactly. This is everything that we've been talking about for the past year, and I hope everybody's taking us seriously because I know we fuck around sometimes in here. But like baseline, we're always talking facts, whether or not it's funny, you know? So
It took
like
me a minute to
don't
realize
fuck
that.
around with this. It's a real situation.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
100. Yeah.
Hey,
This is
But
arbitrage.
it takes a
It's
while
really
to
dangerous
get
too
that.
because you forget though if Crow tanks and you tell all these people to do this, then all that money's gone.
Yeah. If Crow
So make sure you mention that. If Crow goes down enough and you've leveraged yourself too far, your money is gone.
I mean, the amount of
So
risks
let
I've
me say
taken
this
so
too.
far
Let me say one more thing. Let me say
in
one more
this
thing real
market
quick.
alone.
This is basically just buying and selling your normal trading, just with other people's money. The only difference is you're betting on TUSD actually tanking. Now, remember, if somebody swaps at the time it tanks and they're holding it, they're screwed too. So timing on this is super important. Don't sleep on it and realize your money can be gone very quickly.
Yeah,
Very
that
well
is
said.
true. That is true. NFC
That's a good point.
forward. My only like response to that is like I'm bullish on Crow, right? So I feel like this is it's a leverage long position, right? On the upside, right? But just like you said,
No,
yes, it
but
is pretty
my
risky.
point is some people don't understand though. If you tip the 90, they'll take your money. You don't get it back. So you might think, oh well, I'm bullish on Crow, so it goes down to 3. I can hold it and let it come back up. But no, if it goes down past a certain point, your money's gone. They leverage you. They take their money back. Once it gets
So
to the
this
point
is
where
like last warning.
you can't repay your loan, they take your shit. So I just
They only take what you
NFA, but no,
provide.
this is
That is
right. They
important.
take your digital money, but they don't. You can't get it back. You can't like, oh, I'll just hold it a little longer and wait for it to come back up. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Like,
Once it's
Are you
gone,
This
it's
is
are
gone.
you
not a
watching?
set
Yeah,
it and
Are
forget
you
it
watching the same
process.
video that everyone else is
Do
watching
not
Everybody
that
at
sleep
the
I'm
on it.
hearing
same
about?
time.
Do not
Because
sleep on it. Do not sleep on it.
yeah,
Remember that.
it is
If you're
important
gonna
to
leverage
remember.
or long, if you're gonna leverage long and short, do not
I
sleep
don't
on
think
it.
anybody's been sleeping on it.
Don't. No, I mean don't let it. I mean like
yeah.
sleep at
Just
night.
like I said yesterday,
You do shit during the day.
my liquidation point is 5.5 on Crow. So if it goes below that, yeah, I'll be liquidated. But that's the risk. And
Yeah, I know. I'm just making sure you understand it. I know you understand it, but I'm making sure other people understand it. There's people in
Let's
here that are
yeah.
listening for advice. Somebody just said, "Oh, how do you do it?" So the number one thing you should be telling people right now is that first. Listen, guys, you put $200 in here and you go 90 and it goes 91. They're gonna sell it. You lose all your investment,
We got to
like
start at the beginning again
99% of it. That's
because
it.
we
That's all I'm
started at
trying to
the
say.
Hey,
beginning
don't you
yesterday.
keep
And
if it
and the
goes
basis of
99%?
this, this is the
actually,
That's
easiest. This is
borrowed.
the easiest way to explain it. You are doing normal trading. You're normal trading, but you're using a dollar, somebody else's money, so you're allowed to trade a little more.
Yeah, but Alpha,
That's
don't
the
you
same
keep
basis of it. Other than
don't
what
you
you're doing,
keep it?
Yeah, but who just goes out and starts trading? Um, everything as soon as they.
Some
people,
people, yeah, I
some
got
people
nothing to
do,
say.
but I wouldn't suggest it.
Right. I'm
I'd
just pointing
say,
out. You can do this, and you can make a
get your
shit
feet
ton of
wet.
money more than you normally would, and you can flip your crow really fast, come up with a lot more. But you can lose it all
You
really
keep
quickly.
your
That's
borrowed
it.
amount, right? You only
No,
lose your initial,
no,
or do they take the borrowed as
no,
well?
because you're once you can't repay your loan. So once you go over a certain amount, you've leveraged so much, right? Your initial amount the amount that you put up for leverage isn't enough to cover your loan. They take your leverage.
Yeah,
So let's
they'll
say you
take
had
your
300.
leverage.
Let's say
You
you
have to
had
pay what you
$300.
borrowed.
Let's say you had $300 and you just borrowed 900, right? And now what you assets aren't high enough to pay back that $900 are getting so close to it. 90% usually where they take it. They take your initial leverage amount and they take it. Boom, gone. Sell it. Pay back your loan. Have a nice
Well,
day.
Yeah, but they
I'm
only
gonna
take
No,
the
no,
tell
initial. They
wait,
don't
wait,
take
wait,
like
You
one
don't
thing.
get that money back. You
That's
get a
Just
why
let
they
very
me
make
small
it so
portion back.
difficult.
Holy shit! I thought we were doing really well. I even gave everybody props. I was like, "Look at this. We're talking spicy talk, and no one's yelling at each other." Ayo is about to close us out, and I would just like to say that everybody down there as a listener has the ability to hit that fucking mic button and come up here and ask the questions. If you're not comfortable with what we're talking about, ask, and ye shall receive. Ayo, what's up?
What's up, people? Just tuning into this but no, I just heard everything going on. I think everybody understands that you just don't borrow money from people. You don't borrow more assets than you have. Of course, they're gonna. That's what it is. You're gonna take. Yeah, that's why you don't borrow against your own what you have. And if you go over and can't pay a loan back, of course they keep the 80% that you go. You still make your little percentage off of it, but just don't leverage trade if you don't know how to
Oh
leverage
my
trade.
god, look at all these fucking hands, dude.
I think we all
I
know
What's up?
I have a buddy,
risk.
and he
Who
does
has
this. I have a buddy, and he's done this. It's his nickname, Buddy. We call him Buddy O. And he's done this back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and he's doing fine. He seems to be doing fine.
That sounds
But
like a good story.
that's
Yeah.
that's what I'm
Alpha,
talking about.
the one thing I
You
wanted
want
to
to start
add.
somewhere
The,
and find out what's going on, like in rooms like these. Find out the strategies what people are doing, and then you can go out and maybe throw all your money at Crow and
Not all of it.
play.
Little
Well,
at a
yeah,
time.
a little at a time, build up, whatever,
Safety.
and then move,
Safety
and then
first.
move in. Well,
Yeah.
it's all a trading game. I mean, it's a money thing. I want
I don't
to.
want to not see any of y'all tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get in here and like nobody's here because their wives fucking put the kibosh on them because they threw everything into True USD. Like, don't do that. Fuck. Tell them.
Just do a little research, guys. Just
Do your own research.
read
Oh
something.
God,
Read
we've
yeah,
been
no,
something
saying that
I was gonna
forever.
say,
Still don't.
the first liquidation.
and show up to Coffee and Cro to learn.
Yeah, the first liquidation event, I believe it liquidates 50% of your assets. It's not 100%.
Thank you, Bach. That's very good
It
information.
depends on which one you're in, but yeah, they all have different liquidity amounts. But and it depends on how much you're leveraged. It all depends on
Red
how
guy.
much you've leveraged. Your
Yeah,
percent
don't
leverage. If you're leveraged 50%, then yeah, that's how much it takes. But
keep it under
if you're
80. Keep it under 80.
if you have 300 and you leverage up to like $1,200, and that you don't have enough assets to pay that $1,200, they pay that $1,200 back, and whatever's left you get back.
Damn. Fred guy, what's up?
I just wanted to give Grayway his flowers because he deserves them.
It's not easy. It's not easy to stand
Bach.
up here and tell everybody, "Hey, this is what actually happened." Not a lot of people are doing that. And I myself appreciate it beyond words cuz like it's incredibly difficult keeping track of who's behind what and what happened. And Gray's given us a lot of information. Appreciate it.
That's what I'm here for. Well, that's why I came here, is to get information, and y'all are putting
Keep
a lot of
coming back,
information
bro.
out there. Hey,
Works if you work it.
exactly.
Joey, what's up?
Hey, I tried to throw in a little piece on the leveraging. Guys, this is not a set it and forget it process. It is a time consuming process. You need to keep an eye on it. You need to have some alerts set for your price points. Can you make some relatively good increases on small amounts? Yeah. So if you're new to this, start with 20 bucks. It's easy. 20 bucks. That way you're not over leveraged. See how it works. Get a feel for it. Play with it. Learn from a couple mistakes that you make. Refine your process. And then ladder up. Guys, it is not set it and forget it. You will lose, lose, lose.
And
The
we
only
be
way you would
talking
win,
all
win,
year.
win
Oh, sorry,
is
bro.
if we hit the bull market and everything just soars. That's not the case right now. So it's very time consuming. Ask these guys. Alpha, how much time do you spend? Bach, how much time do you spend? A lot.
A lot.
My 2 cents.
Maybe too much. It's all subjective. But I like to keep an eye on things for the same reasons Joey was just talking about. There is no set it and forget it. There is no passive income. You know, anybody that was staking stable coins for 20% got fucked harder than anybody. You know, so we've been through a lot, and I think it's made us stronger. It's made us smarter, and it's made us a tighter group that's going to be much more powerful in the future. Nobody is going to fuck with us.
Oh, what you're saying is true, and it may look like I haven't been here, but I've been around, just not active, which is
That's cool,
I wouldn't say is a way to go. I mean,
bro.
being more
You
active.
are fucking chugging lightning bolts. You're good with us. You're good. Don't even worry about it. Voodoo, close us out, bro.
Perfect. Well, I just wanted to give an announcement this Thursday, and I will post it up to the top. Boomer Squad, Elder Carl is coming out with some major updates to the project. Finally, but what's going, the order of operation, what's going to be minted next, and when. So just be on the lookout for that space. It's on December 1st at 4 p.m. TST.
Awesome. Love the boomers. Love the chimps. Love the goddamn bored apes of Chronos. I love all you crazy fuckers. Even the Chronoballs. Don't forget about Chronoballs, okay? And don't forget to drink some water, brush your teeth, own your keys, own your crypto. Tweet out this room so that everybody can listen to this show and at least try to understand what the hell's going on around here. Don't tell your seed phrase to anyone. Please, for the love of God, write it down on a piece of paper. Put it someplace safe. Now, write it down again. Put it somewhere else. And now you got nothing to worry about. Okay? Then show someone else how to do this shit. And be nice about it. You know? Look how far we got today, just being a little nicer to each other. It's good practice. And we'll be back at 420. And you can practice again. So, crofam for life. Chimps till I die. Lots of love, y'all. Peace.